rock and roll. All we do now, we don't like add in. Some clubs will play a little bit of rock and roll. We play only rock and roll. I like the girls that come here.
All right, we're on Disco Acid Cult TV.
What's good?
Do you know last week when we watched that trailer for CM Punk's new movie, that they copyright claimed that?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't realize like even trailers could get you. Like the video's still up.
What I don't get is that does it not meet fair use requirements for you to commentate over a trailer? What I don't see
Well,
how
one
that
thing I
violates the policy.
realized that I did was that I didn't actually say anything over the trailer. I let the whole trailer play. So maybe
Oh,
that was it, but that's what I thought it was. But then the next stream, me and Annie and Johnny watched the trailer for season 3 of Euphoria and also got a copyright claim. So they'll copyright claim you for trailers even, which I think is ridiculous.
that is
And
ridiculous. If anything, you're giving them free promo.
yeah, but the video's still up. The video with CM Punk's movie trailer, that one actually is blocked in like a bunch of obscure foreign countries that don't watch the channel anyway, so it's no big deal. But it's just funny that they'll copyright claim you for playing a 2-minute trailer, even not even the whole movie or anything.
Dude, it's fucking wild. It's not like you're a big channel or nothing.
Yeah. And then when we watched the Euphoria season 3 trailer, I made sure to pause it like every 5 seconds and say something, and they still
got you.
yeah, and I could have disputed that one. I just didn't care to because it didn't do anything at all. It's just yeah, it's crazy. They'll just like copyright anything. I remember the time I got copyright claimed for playing a video that Metallica posted on Instagram, and I was like, what the fuck? How is this?
On Instagram is crazy because it's already posted publicly.
Yeah.
That's wild. Speaking of channel bullshit, I remember you mentioning you were close to subscriber limit or like amount of hours watched. Was it for super chats and like members or something, or was it ads? I don't remember.
It's super chats.
How close are you? Popped into my head the other day.
We need 3,000 public watch hours in the last 365 days, and we've got 2,895. So basically like 105 more hours.
Dude, hell yeah, hella close.
But I get most of the views from shorts, so that's kind of hard to rack up that many hours from shorts views, but it's obviously possible. So
That's true. And then subscribers are like what, 700 right now?
yeah, we're like 703.
Nice. Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, we're fairly close on the super chats, which, like I said, wouldn't mean anything, but it would just be funny to say that, like, oh, we are monetized, like halfway or whatever.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can start getting ads too, just to make something off the channel, help keep the momentum going.
Yeah, ads would be the best. I'd have to find out how to turn off ads on live streams, because I know you can turn on ads on live streams, which is fucking ridiculous.
That is fucking ridiculous.
It's like you'll be watching a live stream and then an ad will pop up and then you have to go back like 15 seconds to see what you missed on the live stream. I think Dirty White Boy has, I'm sure he doesn't even know it, but last time I watched one of his live streams, ads were popping up. I was gonna hit him up and say, dude, you got to turn the ads off on your streams because it doesn't pause your progress in the stream. It just, you watch a 30-second ad and then you just miss 30 seconds of the live stream. So then, yeah, you got to go back.
Yeah, because it's not like, I guess unless you took like an ad break, but do you know when the ads are going to pop up or not?
No, once you turn on ads, YouTube just throws ads in there. I think they try to strategically do it. Like you'll notice some YouTube channels have it where they'll be like, they seem to pop up at the right moments. So I think if you make it obvious, like if I was going to make a video and I said, oh, we're going to do an ad break right here, somehow YouTube's algorithm would, I don't know, maybe you can place where the ads go.
I think you can, because I know on Twitch, people that stream are like, all right, we're going to take an ad break, and then they'll hit the ad and they'll go to the bathroom or some shit. I'm sure you can do the same thing on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's
That would be
something like
cool.
that.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Maybe like since the stream is usually 2 hours, at the 1 hour mark, we just hit add, make some fucking money.
Yeah, if you could place it in the middle of a live stream, I'd do that and just do like 1 or 2.
Yeah, why not? If you have once you get the option to.
Yeah. No, we're pretty far away from that.
What what's the threshold for that?
Dude, I think it's like fucking 5K followers.
Fuck. Really?
No, it's 1,000 followers, but then 4,000 public watch hours in the last 365 days.
I mean, that's not impossible, especially once you get to 1,000 subscribers. Theoretically, a lot of those people will start watching the channel. You gotta upload more videos, though, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I need to start doing more long videos. I've been decent with the shorts. Actually, I haven't put up a short in like 3 days, but that's only because I've been letting it on TikTok. The last TikTok I posted has now become my most popular TikTok.
How many views?
So I've been letting that one ride out. It's 128.2
Woo!
thousand views, but then it's 13.2 thousand likes and almost 1,000 comments. So it's now like on your TikTok, you can organize your grid in
Yeah.
most popular. And
Dude. Fuck
it's now
yeah.
the most popular TikTok post I've posted. And it's actually me talking in the TikTok finally instead of just like an edit.
That's good, dude. I'm assuming it's politics.
It's me making fun of Mark Ruffalo for talking about how people need to get out there and stop ICE on the streets, even though Mark Ruffalo is a fucking multi-million-dollar actor who's not going to be out there stopping ICE on the streets.
And not gonna be doing shit. Dude, it sucks that political content is what does the best. But people do like that shit. Speaking of political content, what's that I wanna say his name is like Dean, the little liberal guy. Is that his name?
Yeah, Dean Withers.
I heard that that whole thing is a complete sham. It's a total character, and he's just like he does it for the money. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, so a few years ago, he was one of those guys that sold courses on how to become a successful alpha male.
Yeah.
And now, coincidentally, he's a Democrat shill who,
Dude, that's the way
yeah,
to go. Because I always thought his shit did seem a little over dramatic, but now that I know it's a character, I'm like, oh, I see the vision now.
yeah, yeah. No, he's always just been online to make money, and he just,
Dude, I don't hate the hustle. I can't lie. Would you do that shit if the pay was right?
I mean, if the pay was right, yeah, I'd probably do fucking anything.
Because
But
people donate that fool a lot of money. I think.
I'd probably get in trouble though, because I'd be very loose with I'd be on my own personal account, like on my own Instagram. I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is how I'm making money. Like somebody would find me out eventually because I would just be talking shit about what it. But I would assume by that point, maybe I'd get famous off of that and just be able to keep it going.
Yeah, because I think if you just like hit a quick one, like chill out for the money for like 3 months, I think you could be good for 3 months and then cash out for like 100 grand.
Yeah, because they'll bring you the audience. I imagine you make enough of an audience to get on their radar. They pick you up and then they bring you more audience, and then yeah,
Yeah,
you do like 2 or 3 months of work and you've got your audience at that point.
they definitely pump the content of their favorites. I'm sure you've noticed, but like I feel like the same people pop up over and over and over again. Like they really like Hassan.
Yeah. Yeah, they like Hassan, they like that Dean Withers kid, they like that Harry Sisson kid too.
I don't know that one. I don't think.
It's basically a Dean Withers clone, but he's got a bigger chin. It's very strange. They both look like
That's
total
hilarious.
twinks.
Yeah, it's funny because those people get, they get their content pumped despite saying some crazy shit. But then you look at like Nick Fuentes, who's totally banned off everything. I think he still streams on Rumble. No,
Yeah, he's on Rumble. He's on Rumble, and I just saw he's pissed because Nick Shirley got offered some big deal contract from Rumble, and Nick Fuentes is like, "Bro, I've been here this whole time, and I'm."
I saw some
But
shit. He's talking about he's gonna take his only sponsorship is gonna be a fucking gold sponsorship.
Nick Fuentes,
Yeah, like a gold buying company.
yeah, dude, he's got to do whatever he can do.
That
That
motherfucker's
Nick Shirley kid
hilarious.
is definitely getting the rocket strapped to his back though. Now, like he's gonna, I think they're gonna try to make him like the next Charlie Kirk or something.
The only thing I don't like about that kid is that he, out of all of the, I'll say the more conservative online figures, that fool can't speak for shit. I don't know if you feel the same way. I've seen an interview
No,
of
yeah,
him.
I've seen
He
clips.
sounds like a retard. I'm like, dude, this is the guy you guys are gonna strap the rocket to. Why not? Why not someone smarter?
They probably think they can train him.
No, he sounds legit retarded. Not like he's actually stupid, but he's clearly not super comfortable on long form interview content. I think
Yeah,
he's
he sounds
gonna.
nervous as shit.
Yeah, he sounds really nervous, and he sounds like he doesn't really believe in what he's saying. Like I think for people that are on the more combative side that aren't on like the left wing or the liberal side. You need to be very like confident in what you're saying, like 10 toes down. You can't sound so shaky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because someone who's more experienced could come in and
Like if that fool was on Piers Morgan would eat him alive.
well, I was gonna say Destiny, which I think Destiny could eat a lot of people alive, whether you like him or hate him. He could eat a
Yeah,
lot of
true.
people alive, but Destiny would fucking destroy that kid.
No, exactly, because like that's what he does, and like the left is full of those kinds of people, like the Destiny types that are just like very confident in what they're saying, no matter how stupid it is, and they're very good at speaking on the internet. And that Nick Shirley kid is just not good, and he is just a kid. He's like 23.
Yeah, yeah, they probably think they can train him, so I'd imagine. But yeah, they've been looking for the next Charlie Kirk ever since Charlie Kirk has been gone,
What happened to him? Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
has exited from this world. You see that clip of Stephen A. Smith saying Charlie Kirk on X?
Charlie Kirk with 133 yards.
You see how now they're making edits of Charlie Kirk playing football and shit.
Dude, have you ever seen the clips of him playing basketball?
Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of random clips of him in high school now, and everyone's like, "Dude, this is so sad." He was just like one of the boys.
Dude, he was cold in basketball. He was a fucking sharpshooter. I was like, there, he was just a chiller. It sucks that he got wrapped up in all that political bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
And his
Now there's a
fucking
bunch of clips
crazy
of
ass
him,
wife.
going around, and he's just fucking broing out in high school. It's kind of a bummer.
No, it's sad. He was probably just the dude behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what sucks. That's what sucks. I feel like I almost think that's a bummer, and it shows that like. So then there are people in the comments that are like, "No, fuck him. He's the one that chose to get into all this stuff." And I'm like, "No, I think that's kind of like the world made people. Like, if the world didn't decide to get all fucking weird and obsessed with politics after Trump, like Charlie Kirk probably would have continued being a bro and gotten like a normal job and
Yeah,
like,
he would have worked an office job, or if he were really down for journalism like that, he'd work for like a magazine or some shit. But the world did get so fucking weird. Like if Charlie Kirk lived in like 1960s America or something like that, or even the 90s, honestly, he would have never gotten into politics. But everything got so fucking weird in the past decade.
yeah, everyone kind of forces you to now.
Yeah, I seen this clip. It's this doctor on like a board getting interviewed, and she wouldn't admit that men can't give birth or something.
Yeah, I
Have you
saw
seen
that
that clip?
one.
I was
Yeah,
like, dude, and people wonder why there's such a strong conservative movement growing among young people in America. I'm like, because this shit is crazy. Like,
yeah.
literally, I don't know if I'd call it lying or what, but it's just like literally going on stage as a medical professional lying. Like, these are the people we're supposed to trust.
Yeah, no, I saw that clip too, and there was somebody that I think it might have been Asmongold. I saw him talking about it,
Oh, I actually like that guy, but go on.
and he was saying, it was one of his commenters in his chat that said something about like it's actually kind of sad. What it is she's probably afraid of getting like attacked in the streets because that's the point we're at
Dude,
now. Where like if she
I
gets up
wouldn't doubt.
there, yeah, now if you get up there and say men can't have babies, like somebody will attack you in the street. Like that's kind of the point we're at. Have you seen those clips now? There's these clips going around in Minnesota of dudes just walking around to people going, "Hey, say fuck ICE," and like, um,
Yeah.
like crazy shit. I wish I had one of the. I should have saved that one, but yeah, there are just like people walking around Minnesota, just like straight up terrorizing strangers in the streets. Like they'll just find a dude and be like, "Are you down with ICE?" Or it's just like a guy and his girlfriend walking, like going to dinner, and someone just walks up and starts screaming at him. I need you to tell me you American? Say fuck ICE. Tell me you hate. And it's like, bro, like leave these people alone.
That's fucking crazy, dude. It's weird. Like the societal pressure to, do what they want you to do is very strange. You can't even just exist peacefully no more.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to like stand by. I was in embarrassingly enough, it happened in that Joe Bob Briggs Facebook group where the subject is supposed to be horror movies that are shown on a streaming show, but of course people there get into political arguments.
Yeah.
And some guy got mad at me because I told him I don't like Trump, but I also told him I don't like Obama and I don't like the left wing.
Obama.
And this guy got real mad, and I was like, "It's not enough for me to just like dislike either of them." And he's like, "No, it's not. It's straight up not. They're both not the same." And then this guy went on like paragraphs,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Okay, brother, like I'm."
Yeah, dude, if you try and stay out of it, they call you a fence sitter. Triple E.
Yeah, what's up, Triple E?
What's good, bro? Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
But yeah, no, it's like it's not good enough to even
Yeah, you
stick
can't just
around
stay
anymore.
you can't just stay neutral and do your own thing. At the university I go to, a lot of people are riding really hard for the Palestine Israel thing, and they're like, "You won't join the organization to stand up for Palestinian rights?" I'm like, "No." Not even
Yeah.
like I'm not an Israel defender. You know me, I'm the least Israel defender person. But dude, the Palestinians would like Middle Eastern people wouldn't do that shit for me. Let's keep it a buck here. Like I'm not gonna go to student protests and risk my status as a student to go defend people that want to do the same for me. I'll just stay out of it.
Yeah, no, that's if you wanted to sign me up for like a fuck Israel thing, that'd be fine. But
Yeah,
pro
I'd be down for
Palestine,
that, but no, I'm not gonna. They're like, oh yeah, you for our protests, like we have had people get expelled before. I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I pay for this shit. I'm not getting
yeah,
expelled for that shit. Fuck no.
you know, all that shit's it's just way too much. It's like, dude, most people don't want to like deal like most people don't want to be involved with any of that shit.
Yeah, no, I hate to say, but like, there's nothing. Me being a part of your movement is not gonna do anything for your movement.
I
But
did find
huh?
hold on, I'm just gonna save it because I think I can pull it up a little bit bigger. Um, actually, not gonna not even save this fucking clip. I hate using Instagram on my fucking computer.
Yeah,
I can't pull up the audio because it's got a song in it, but I did find one of the Charlie Kirk broing out in high school clips.
dude, hell yeah, where he's fucking balling out.
Yeah, they're just like they looks like they just got like a video camera or some shit.
Yeah, fucking Sony camcorder in like 2006. Dude, it's sad.
But yeah, no, it's annoying. I wish I would have saved one of those fucking clips. I know I send clips to Annie all the time, but I send them from my personal Instagram of people just harassing people in the streets in Minnesota, just like making them say shit. But it's like, um,
Yeah, Minnesota's wild, man. It's like a war zone out there.
I think I saw another clip of that Asmongold guy talking about one of those clips too, and he's like, "Dude, these are real life terrorists. Like they're going around intimidating people on the streets, forcing them to say political propaganda. Like,
Yeah, quite literally, they're striking fear into people. Like, oh, say this or else. Like, they're putting stakes on the shit now. It's not enough to just like listen to people and all that shit. It's very weird.
yeah, it's all fucking retarded." But I'm surprised at how many people on TikTok are like not down with all that gay shit. It's kind of what
I think it's because everyone's on TikTok now, man.
yeah, I also think people are just getting generally tired of all this shit.
Yeah, I think we're out of the woke era now. I think it's dead. I think people that had all the power for like the last 10 years of like policing what you can and can't say or what you can and can't do, I think it's done for.
I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's as strong as it used to be, but I don't think it's dead. And there's still also the possibility that like Newsom's our next president, and then we're gonna go to prison for saying like he's gonna find our streams
No,
from today, and then he's gonna put us in prison and shit.
I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think although you never know. I really don't know. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I know in Europe it's pretty wild. I saw a Tucker Carlson clip where he had some European chick on, and she was saying that like people get thrown in jail in Europe like way more frequently for that kind of shit than they
Oh,
do here. So we could totally be heading in that direction.
so in the UK, there are cases now where an illegal immigrant will rape like a 12-year-old English girl, like native born there, and they'll get like 6 months in prison.
Yeah.
And then somebody will tweet about that case and talk shit about the illegal immigrant rapist, and they'll get like 2 years in prison.
Yeah, it's like throwing people in jail for not criminal offenses. And I know the Holocaust denial is a big one over there. Like if you deny that the Holocaust was exactly what they make it out to be, then they throw you in jail.
I think it's pretty big in Germany, which is funny of all places.
Yeah, it's because they want to get rid of that fucking reputation.
Yeah, it's just funny how bad white people are like down to cuck themselves out nowadays in
Dude, that,
general.
that really is the problem at the end of the day. Like, but that just goes to show you who runs the show at the end of the day. Because what group hates white people so much, but also has enough power to pull all this shit off?
Yeah.
Do the math, brother.
Yeah, no, white people are just fucking bumming me out. Like,
Uh,
dude, come on, you guys. Like, you don't have to, I don't know, you don't have to like go like take out illegal immigrants by your own hands, but like,
no, white people just need to fucking go to work, have families, and just try and ignore all this shit.
yeah.
Stop cucking yourself from a nice life. Quit caring about politics so much. Like joining all these crazy ass movements and all that shit. Just go get a job, fucking have kids, and you'll be fine. No more worrying about, oh, are we allowed to say this now? Who cares?
Yeah, no, if everybody would just say whatever they wanted, none of this shit would matter anyways. I mean,
Well, dude, I feel like that's how it used to be. People used to just say whatever they wanted around people they trusted. Like when you're with your friends or your family, you just say whatever you want. Who cares? But then with social media, members of your circle get infected in their brain and start trying to police you, and then you feel like, oh, well, I can't say anything anymore. It's fucking stupid, dude.
yeah. Yeah, and now there's never any context included. Like if someone says like back then, if you said something, it might be like, oh yeah, this guy did say that, but what he was talking about was, or this was the context around.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wild. I bet you. I think it was Nick Fuentes was talking about like if you get caught up saying some shit, especially in like the peak of the woke era in like that 2020 time, 2022. Dude, you'll get kicked out of your university. I'm sure if someone found these clips and knew who I was, they'd probably fucking report me to my director of my program and shit and try and get me expelled.
Oh yeah, dude, there's this gay ass clip. Have you seen that streamer Cuffham, that black dude that thinks he's hard?
Nah, I never seen it.
There's like this fat black dude, and he's tried to talk shit to Gypsy Crusader before, which is funny because whether you like Gypsy Crusader or not, like that guy will fold you, no
Yeah,
problem.
true.
That
Yeah.
guy's fucking huge.
Mhm.
But Cuffham is this black dude who streams and he legitimately acts like he's tough. And anytime anybody says anything racist to him, he decides to prove the stereotype and he pulls a gun out. Because
On
apparently that's what
stream?
he thinks is smart. So
Yeah.
there's literally a clip of him. He's doing that chat roulette deal and he pulls up on some white girl.
Yeah.
And I don't know the rest of the context because this is when the clip starts, but he literally goes, okay, all right, yeah, call me the N-word. So she calls him the N-word and he goes, all right, say goodbye to college. And I'm like, that's so gay as fuck to,
That's
say
crazy.
goodbye to college. I'm going to call every college in America and tell on you because I'm a faggot. Like,
Dude, that shit does happen though. Like people really do get expelled from like stupid shit like that, and then like you're fucked. You gotta change career paths and all that shit.
oh yeah, I just mean it's gay as fuck to hold that over. Like, I would never, say goodbye to college. I'm going to go snitch
Well,
on, I'm going to go
and
start calling
first of all,
colleges.
to treat a girl like that is some faggot shit. Second of all, to bait
Yeah.
her into saying that shit, it's like, come on, bro. Like you literally told her to say it, and then you're gonna get mad at her and hold that shit over her head.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one where like Gypsy Crusader calls him the N-word. And see, he pulls a gun out and starts showing his gun on stream, and everyone's like, "Bro, do you guys not understand what not proving the stereotype means? Like, if someone
Yeah,
calls
no.
you violent, you don't pull out a fucking gun and like,
Hey,
come
oh, you're gonna
on."
shoot him through the screen too, fucking retard.
Yeah, people were saying that too. Or are you gonna shoot the screen?
No, it's ridiculous, but it usually is true. The stereotype is usually proven.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like, it's like, brother, you guys realize it's not that hard to not pull the fucking gun out. Like, it's just not that difficult.
Yeah, and also not that hard to not bait people into calling you the N word. You could just not interact with people that you know are gonna talk to you like that.
The girl was tough as shit though. She was like, I don't give a fuck, and she called him expired farm equipment and kept going on.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
And she's like, I'm not going to college. I'm not going to that shit anyways. But I was like, dude, how fucking gay, like to threaten someone, oh, I'm gonna get your college taken away from you. Like, you're a fucking loser.
Well, and to threaten a kid too is crazy.
Yeah, she had to have been in high school if he's telling, oh, say goodbye to college. Like, well,
She's like 18 at the oldest.
yeah, like you're gonna sit up all night and call every college in America or make sure this clip goes around the call. Like, it's just gay as fuck to.
Yeah, when you sound like a fucking retard. Oh, this girl on my internet streaming, she called me the N word. Please don't let her into your school. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Like, really? That's the state that we're in society, man. And people would support him for doing that shit and say, "Good for him. We don't need racists in college," or something fucking retarded like that. Dude, it's ridiculous out there nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's pretty fucking retarded. All right, I'm gonna do this Nintendo of America thing.
Let's go.
I have the clip that I sent you too, just because I liked some of the things this guy said about it. I think.
Yeah, I watched it. I agree. I agreed with his take.
Let me try to get everything pulled up.
Should we talk over it, or is this not something that will get struck?
No, I think we'll be fine on this.
All right, chill.
It's just a YouTuber that I follow.
Every dream matters. Everyone deserves to do meaningful work in gaming and storytelling. Fuck off. No, everybody does not deserve to be in gaming. People that are into gaming deserve to be into the gaming industry. People that are interested, people that have a passion for it, people that have a talent for it, people that want to be here.
I already like started agreeing there because that is like
Totally,
a
yeah.
trend. That is a trend like all over the place now. Like, oh, everybody should be able to get involved, and it's like, no, you just want the people that like the shit to get involved.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like literally what ruined Star Wars, which is why I think he compares this broad to that Kathleen
Yeah,
Kennedy.
that was a
whatever.
good comparison for sure.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't deserve to be in gaming. Fuck off with that identity politics, virtue signaling nonsense. No one actually believes that, by the way.
I want to see if I hit an ad if I skip to the.
And then we'll
No
talk about
YouTube
it on
Premium.
Yeah, no.
the other side.
But we're good so far.
Hi, everyone. It is great to be here. My name is Devin, and before anything else,
Right away, I don't like her as the president of Nintendo. Just look,
It feels wrong.
she should be working at a public school.
She's the vice principal.
I gotta say, I love this video that's up. You can see this guy's on Twitter, and you see right here that trending. I didn't know that Abella Danger was trending on Twitter in United States. That's ridiculous.
It's a porn star, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
dude.
one. I pulled up a clip of her. Brandon Buckingham interviewed her and tried to ask her, "Do you think you have like a negative influence on girls or something?" And she was
Oh,
like,
I
"I'd rather
remember
you
that.
ask me like what the meaning of life is." And it's like, bro, nobody wants to know what you think the meaning of
Yeah,
life
and
is.
then he asks
Abella
her, and she says, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, she tried to get all offended because he was asking her about the damage of on society that her shit does.
For sure.
I want to celebrate the New York Game Awards. 15 years of supporting the games industry, and in doing so, lifting up the voice
Doesn't that even already sound wrong? The games industry?
Yeah, the gaming industry.
Yeah. Yeah, she's already to me, like, even just immediately. After this, I'm gonna launch into saying girls don't belong in the fucking video game industry.
No, well, especially not her. She's clearly just some fucking, like one of those CEOs that comes from like a fucking hedge fund manager where she just says all the words that need to check the boxes to make the most profit. She clearly doesn't play fucking video games.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you she came from like marketing at Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly. Like the dude that fucking, was at Starbucks and then he went to Chipotle or whatever. Like these people that don't know anything about the product. Not like I'm like, oh, Chipotle was better before, even though it was, but that's not the point. Fucking like, because there are girls that do play video games and that maybe would do a good job, but this chick is not one of them.
Yeah.
voices, stories, and dreams of so many. This show connects people who are united by a shared belief that every dream matters and that everyone deserves a chance to do meaningful and creative work in games and storytelling. The Playing with Purpose program supports the creators, the coders, the writers, and anyone else dreaming big to join this community and bring all that makes them unique. I'm excited to meet you, to hear those stories, and to learn from your journeys. And remember, like any good video game character, you're on an adventure, and every step you take matters. There are some gnarly bosses, sure, but also many good friends along the way
Dude's reaction.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
who will support you, and powerful rewards for those who persevere. So keep believing, keep playing, and know that you truly belong in this game.
Like it's torture. It's literally torture to hear this woman talk about shit that she does not believe in and use the coded language of everyone. We want everyone. No, we don't. Nobody, no industry needs everyone.
That was kind of the main quote I was getting to. No industry needs everybody.
Dude, it's true. I think, like, especially for gaming, I've noticed in recent years, like the ultimate compliment for a game is that, like, oh, it feels like it was made by fans of the franchise that really like it and like it for what it's meant for.
Yeah, people like this lady, she's the reason we're gonna get like a Zelda game where Link gets with a dude instead of Zelda or something.
Here's the thing: I actually don't think the Nintendo president of America actually has that much power over game development because these games are not developed in America.
Yeah.
So I hope that that's not the case. I'm not saying that outright that won't happen, but I don't think that she would have because Japan comes first when it comes to Nintendo, obviously.
And then just to finish it off, I do have that meme. Why do the first person shooters suck nowadays? And it shows you the Black Ops 7 development team. It's like mostly chicks.
Yeah, which is funny because Call of Duty is like the traditional fucking Mountain Dew, fucking nacho cheese Doritos dude game. Like that's the meme for that game. So for the team to all be women now,
And
Uh,
the thing is, like, so, like, if I was gonna argue, yeah, chicks should not be involved in making video games, you could hit me with the exception, like, "Oh, well, they can make Animal Crossing or some shit or The Sims," and I'd say, "Okay, yeah, sure," but the exception would not be first person shooters, like, that would
yeah,
not.
it would not fucking be Call of Duty for sure.
Yeah, so it's ridiculous that even the video game industry is not safe from this shit is kinda what I'm getting at, like,
Yeah,
nothing is
dude,
safe from this
it's
stuff.
crazy. It's because all these companies want to hit their, they want to look good. They want to have the image. Also, may I add that the lady speech, the Nintendo lady, dude, does every industry just have the same person writing their fucking speeches and they just tweak it slightly to fit their industry?
Yeah, it must be.
Dude, it sounds exactly the same. I feel like I've heard the same spiel fucking 30 times in the past year.
Yeah, it's like the general PR speech.
Yeah, like, oh, we need everyone's opinion. Motherfucker, no, you don't. Like, you don't need people that don't play games or don't like games to have input on games. And no, not everyone is meant to work on video games. There are stupid people who don't know what they're talking about.
That's why I don't think the cancel culture thing is totally died out yet, though, because like places are still doing shit like that, even though like you can literally go online and see that most people are tired of this shit. Like it's like Disney. Like Disney could literally just go on Twitter any day of the week and see that nobody's excited for their upcoming movie because they're tired. You know, when they cast Rachel Zegler as Snow White,
Yeah.
they could have gone on Twitter and just seen, oh, okay, like we can just see what people want and what they don't want, but they still don't listen. Like they continue doing this shit because they're still afraid of like, oh, well, if we don't hire this fucking Taco Bell marketing lady for the president of Nintendo America, you know, girls are gonna get mad and cancel. Like they're still scared of that shit. Otherwise, they would just say, okay, dudes want to take the shit back over. Let's get a fucking bro in here to.
Yeah, make the fucking video game. Dude, it really sucks too, because I think the guy mentioned it at some point in the video that we didn't watch, but no one liked the most recent president of Nintendo of America. Everyone hated him. His name was Doug Bowser, which is ironic because he was like a villain
Yeah.
ass foo and his last name was Bowser. But and so people were actually really excited to get a new one because everyone liked the old one. His name was Reggie Fils-Aimé, and he was awesome. Clearly a video game guy, clearly played video games, knew what he was talking about, and was overall very consumer friendly. Everyone liked him. But dude, ever since Doug got in the picture, Nintendo's fucking gone crazy downhill. All their shit's hell expensive. It's just not a good. They're not consumer friendly at all. And with this lady, like she don't even look like she plays video games at all. I could be wrong, but like she didn't say like, oh,
No,
I
she's
grew up.
never played a fucking video
Yeah,
game in
she
her
didn't say, oh, I grew up playing this. I love this franchise. Like that's what people want. Like you want to know that the franchises you like are in good hands, and for people, they care about them. And I don't get that feeling from her at all.
Yeah, no, she should be working in a she should be like an administrative role at a fucking public high school is what she should be doing.
Yeah, she looks like a senior staffer, like a vice principal, or maybe she's the director of the art department or something.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they like they'll just hire fucking people like this and then wonder.
Well, I'm sure they'll make a profit. That's all these companies care about at the end of the day. They want to make their profit. They don't care about their image anymore. Dude, Nintendo's brand reputation is at like an all-time low. All their shit is fucking ridiculously expensive. The new games aren't that good most of the time. But people still buy it. They still find ways to spin profit. That's all they care about.
Yeah, they're probably too big to fail at this point.
Oh, exactly, because they have all the best IPs, so they literally can't fail.
Dude, I don't even think I've played I haven't played any video game in a long time, but trying to think of the last game it was probably an old game, I'm sure that I went back and revisited at some point.
Yeah, true.
I know I still have a DS in my room with I think I either have Leaf Green, one of
Nice.
the games, but one of the remakes. But no, I haven't played actual video games.
Yeah, I haven't played the new one just because I don't want to get a Switch 2. Dude, I thought my buddy got a Switch 2 for his birthday. He's like, oh, dude, you got to pull up. I got a sick gift for my birthday. I was like, oh, did you get a Switch 2? He's like, nah, I got a gun. I was like, come on, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
That is pretty funny. That is a curveball.
Yeah.
As long as the gun wasn't made by a fucking woman, I guess.
Nah, dude, that shit. Nah, I think Nintendo of America. Like I said though, I really don't know how much power the American president has. Hopefully, not a lot. I think they're just in charge of like advertising and like product distribution here in America. I don't think they have charge over any of the games.
Yeah, I guess I'd wonder what kind of power she has.
I think she's just like the face, like the American face that tries to. Because I think for like during Reggie's time, he would just go to the press conferences and say like, "This is what we're doing," like essentially the PR guy for the American wing of Nintendo.
You know what I've been into a lot is
What?
posts about this like the 2000s technology, like all the
Oh, dude,
translucent
I
stuff.
love these trends. This shit's goaded.
Yeah, yeah. This is what technology companies need to bring back. Is this the high tech futuristic?
No, facts, dude. The future looked like it was gonna be sick during the 2000s, and now the future we live in is fucking retarded. Sucks.
Yeah, everything was cool. We got to bring back flip phones. I mean, I know there are still flip phones. I guess that's just my fault for not
Yeah, you can
having
still
one.
get one. I'm considering getting one. There's some pretty nice ones where you can still have all the shit, but it's just on like a tiny little screen to de-incentivize you from going on it.
I saw some video. Some guy I don't know. He ran into some Jewish guy in New York.
Oh yeah, and he had a flip phone. Yeah.
Yeah, and, somebody commented, "Why does he have a flip phone?" And then someone else commented, "Because smartphones are only for the goys," or something. Or it was like, "Smartphone slop is only for the goys," or something.
Dude, it's true that I mean you can't argue with the developers of the system. They use a flip phone for a reason.
But yeah, no, the early 2000s tech was great, and like the Apple computers with the translucent shells on them and shit, so you could see the technology inside.
Yeah, dude, even the design looked cooler back then. I'm a big fan of the dude, it's so crazy how far we've drifted from God. But they call it single use tech. Like you take out if you want to take pictures, you put your phone away, just take out a camera. And if you want to listen to music, just to have an MP3 player. Don't fucking have a smartphone anymore. I like that idea.
Oh yeah, like back
Like,
when we had iPods.
yeah, like your phone is for calling and texting. It's not for fucking being on the internet all day. Like have different devices for specific things.
Yeah, I always say everyone talks about how social media ruined like the world basically, but I don't think it's that. I think it's when social media got put into people's pockets. Because
Yeah.
like I always say, when I was in high school, we had MySpace and then Facebook, and that I think that was fine, but it was at home on your computer. Once you left the house, you were logged off. To me, there was nothing wrong with when I'm at home, I can talk to fucking Courtney Briggs on MySpace or whatever,
Courtney Briggs. That's a crazy pull.
Yeah, no big deal, but once
Yeah.
you leave the house, you're logged off, you've got your phone, you can call and text someone if you need to, but you're not,
Yeah, time to
you're
be a normal person and go out to society. I
yeah.
totally agree with you. I've heard your take on this on the channel before, and I definitely agree with it. The fact that, yeah, I think it's irreversible though at this point. I can't see it getting any better. I also think everyone's brains are fried and we don't know it.
Yeah, it is definitely irreversible at this point.
Because yeah, who only like a select few people are willing to like go back. Like I talk about how I like the idea, but would I ever actually get a flip phone? Probably not.
Dude, I have bad dreams where I lose my phone. Like, that becomes the subject of bad dreams. Like, I've
Dude,
had a bad dream where I went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, and I dropped my phone in the water, and it was like a fucking disaster. Like, I was gonna kill myself. Like, in my dream, it was
Dude,
terrible.
I have a story about this. My 22nd birthday, I think me and my friends were out drinking and my buddy left his phone in the Uber. Dude, the way he was freaking out, you would have thought someone just killed his brother or something. Like
Yeah.
he was having a full-blown panic attack. I'm like, dude, calm down. We'll call the Uber, we'll get your phone back. He's like, but you don't get it. Like I have so much stuff on that phone, yada yada yada. I'm like, dude, everything's backed up on iCloud. Like you'll be fine. Like calm the fuck down.
Well, the thing that sucks is I get it because my shit's not backed up on iCloud, and I've got a lot of shit on
Oh no,
my.
that's the thing, but I'm just saying, like, you see how important phones are to people in society. Like, I remember I was at the gym and I asked my friend, what would like if you could only lock up with one item, uh, which would you lock up? And they said, oh no, if you could only if you were gonna get your phone or your wallet stolen, which one do you pick? Like, oh well, I'd rather have my phone stolen. And I was like, why do you have your phone on you and your wallet locked up in the locker right now that could be stolen then? And they were like, you got me. I'm like, I know. It's just goes to show you like you losing your wallet used to be the end of the world, but now if you lose your phone, it feels like your fucking world's crashing down.
Yeah. It's almost like I don't wanna say they forced it to be that way because nobody forced you to put all of your information and all of your, like, most valuable shit in your phone. But that's kind of the way things like, and, like, all your passwords are in your phone. You've probably got some form of your car insurance is probably in your phone, your bank account's probably in your, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that they forced you, but in a way they do. When everyone else in society is doing something, you feel the inclination to do it. And I think the way they force you is they make any other method so fucking inconvenient, bro.
oh, yeah.
That's really the answer at the end of the day. It's kind of like the COVID vaccine shit, looking back. And at the time, I truly believed all this shit was real. Not saying I don't. I just don't think it's what they told us. But dude, if you wanted to be like a non-vaxxer, whatever, dude, some people lost their fucking jobs. Like they'll make it really inconvenient if you don't behave the way they want you to.
Yeah. I know like now, like I've had one of my like my not my last job or my last job, but the job before that, all of my
Yeah.
stuff, employment stuff was on my phone. And I remember being like, what if I didn't have a phone? Like, would you guys just not hire me? And my boss was straight up like, yeah, no, we couldn't hire you if you didn't have an iPhone or a smartphone.
Yeah, you have to have one. It's kind of like adapt to technology or, be ostracized.
I,
And no one wants to be ostracized from society, bro.
I also got very lucky. And when it came time for everyone to get vaccines, my boss at the time handed us the paper and said, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just sign this and bring it back tomorrow.
Go W boss, because
Yeah.
honestly, like I did get vaccinated, and I don't regret it or nothing. Like I thought it was the right thing to do at the time, and I thought like, well, if there's this virus going around and the vaccine will help me, like sure I'll get it. I was a kid, I was very young at the time, but would I get vaccinated today? I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it.
I kept joking that I'd probably, I was like, "What?" No, what I kept saying was, "I'm, like, so afraid of needles that I wouldn't even shoot up my fucking heroin. You're not gonna catch me shooting up a vaccine."
Yeah, facts with some fucking crazy experimental fucking drugs or whatever. But back to the conversation at hand, like the way tech looked back in the day was way sicker. I also think we just need to bring back having different devices for different things. The phone should not be the center of your world. I think you need to fucking write your passwords in a book that you store in your closet or some shit. Have an MP3 player. Don't play games on your phone. Play games on a fucking, PSP or whatever the fuck you have. Like, we need to go back to those ways because the phone, dude, dictates so much of our fucking attention and our energy. It's horrible.
Yeah, I remember when they first came out with the Rocker, the first phone that you could put MP3s on, and,
Shit, that's a sick name for a phone. The fucking rocker,
yeah, my
bro.
buddy got one, and he got Fall Out Boys from Under the Cork Tree on his phone, and
That's
the
awesome.
quality when you played music on just, like, on the phone speaker was just fucking horrendous, but it was so awesome.
Dude, I'm sure it was sick at the time though. Everything back then felt so cool because we were still advancing.
Yeah, it was badass. And then we got our full keyboard phones and shit where like it would flip, not flip, but the screen would slide up and then there was the keyboard.
Oh,
That was like the
yeah.
coolest shit.
I
And
always
then
wanted one of those. I had the fucking stupid one of the phones where the screen and the keyboard were all on one platform, those little rectangle phones.
oh yeah.
I did not like those. I always thought the slider phones were goated. And they were like kind of touchscreen, but the touchscreen was ass.
Yeah, I had one, the best one I ever had. It was touch screen and then you slid it up to the full button keyboard. But I broke that one and then I bought a Go phone at Walmart it slid up long ways to open up the dial pad.
Yeah.
And then you could slide it back down and slide it out to the side for the full
Oh,
button
shit.
keyboard.
Nice.
And I
Hell yeah.
broke that and I stuck it together by taking what's the blue tape called?
Uh,
Not electrical tape, like garden tape or some
painter's
shit.
tape.
Yeah, I got that kind of tape and
Yeah.
I flipped it. I folded it so it was sticky on both sides and I like jammed it into my phone. My phone was literally held together by tape, but it lasted for so fucking long. And
That's fucking ghetto.
but back then, our phones would die all the time and it didn't matter. You drop your phone, it didn't matter. If it broke, you just, some other friend would have a backup phone they'd let you have, or you'd go buy a phone for $20 at Walmart or whatever.
Dixon
Yeah,
Cider with the facts. LG was goaded back in the day. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, back then it was cool because everyone had their own phone. Like I remember when I got a band practice, we'd all put our phones on the table and everyone had their own phones and you knew whose phone was who. And then it all became an iPhone. And now you can, I guess, tell who's by looking at the background or by looking at the case they have. But it was just cooler when everyone had their own cell phone.
Dude, everyone had their own thing. I remember me and all my friends had all our different fucking ghetto ass phones. And I remember I was in middle school and some chick was like, "Oh, let me put my number in your phone, Max." So I'm thinking, hell yeah, because I got no bitches back then. So I was hype. And I pulled out my little typer phone and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, That's fucked up, bro." Sorry, my parents won't buy me a fucking iPhone like you, bitch.
I got my first iPhone for high school graduation. So 2012 was my first iPhone.
Hell yeah, goated, dude.
But up until then, yeah, my first ever phone was a Razor.
Oh, the Motorola.
Yeah, the old school Razor.
Dude, they make a modern version of those nowadays. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen them. I wouldn't, I don't know. I wouldn't. At this point, I've just had an iPhone for too long, unfortunately. But Yeah, I had a Razer. I can't remember what I got next after the Razer, but I know eventually I started getting into the sliders with the full keyboards, and those were still the best. Those are always my favorite. The full keyboard with the actual buttons.
No facts.
The touch screen I've never liked. I've gotten used to it obviously, but I always preferred the buttons. That was like my main thing when it came time to switch to an iPhone. I was like, dude, I like the fucking buttons. Like I want to press on a fucking button if I'm typing some shit.
No, exactly. They took away the home button and there's no headphone jack and all that shit. Dude, the thing I don't like about the new iPhones too, or like the more modern ones, dude, they're fucking huge. Like I don't want my phone to be so fucking big.
I feel like that keeps going back and forth. Like they
Yeah,
were
it's
making them
true.
smaller for a while, and then they started going back up. I feel like they'll go down again, and then it'll go back up again. That keeps going back and forth with
Yeah, because I was
technology.
thinking about like the iPod Touch back in the day, how it was like nice and small and like hella skinny. If it slid right like nice into your pocket. The new
Yeah,
iPhones are so, or the newer ones. I think we have like the 14, don't we?
I
13 or
think so.
14.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this one's not even that bad, but some of them are fucking huge, bro.
yeah. Yeah, some of them are way too big. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm pretty much just stuck on having an iPhone. I think. Like, I can't imagine going to anything else now. Unfortunately.
Yeah, true. Once you're in like the ecosystem, it's hella fucking hard to get out. But I don't know. Do you ever see a future where? Well, I have my answer, but I'm curious to hear yours. Like, do you ever see a future where like screen time declines significantly among the population, or do you think it only gets worse or stays the same from here?
Among the population, no. I think it just stays the same or gets worse.
Mm. I think it'll get less screen time, but I think it's because people are gonna start adopting like the weird fucking the glasses.
I mean, that would just be screen time, though.
Yeah, I know, but people won't be looking at their hand anymore. My bad. I should have clarified what I was like on their phone all day. Which I guess on the glasses they're still on the
Yeah, it would
phone
just be like
technically.
gluing your hand to your face.
Yeah, there's a funny fucking artist. What he does is he takes pictures of people and he edits the phones out of their hands. And do you ever think about how weird it fucking is that people are just staring at their fucking hand all
Yeah.
day, like just like this? I saw a funny fucking Joe Rogan clip, and he was saying like, don't you think it's weird how like sometimes you'll dream of like your phone, like you'll be on your phone in your dreams? Like, is that not scary?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you dreaming of scrolling on your fucking phone?
So whenever my phone comes up in my dreams, I'm unable to use it properly. So,
Yeah,
and what I mean by this is it's a very recurring thing. Anytime, like this happens a lot in my dreams. I'll meet a girl in a dream
yeah.
and I'll ask her for her number and she'll give me her number. And it's like I'm fucking blacked out drunk. I'm like typing in, like she'll say 670 and I'm like 432. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'll keep trying to type in her number, but I can't do it. And she'll get
Yeah.
tired of me and walk away.
Ah, shit.
So I can't use my phone properly in my dreams, but it does come up. And then there are times when I'll lose my phone and it's like a bad, oh no, this is bad. I gotta find my phone or my phone breaks. But I can't use it whenever it comes time to actually pull it out and type something on it. I can't type it out
D
properly.
Dude, I was gonna say, mine's slightly more embarrassing, but I also have bad dreams about my phone. I always have nightmares that like I'll be on Instagram and I'll start following like hella IG models and shit and like liking all the pictures, and then like my girlfriend finds out and fucking gets mad at me because I don't do that shit in real life. Obviously, I'm not a fucking simp, you know. I don't fucking like thirst traps and all that shit. But in my dream, I'm like, I can't stop. And I'm like
That's
fucking
hilarious.
and I'm like, dude, I wake up, I'm like, why the fuck are my nightmares about this retarded ass shit, bro? Fucking pisses me off. I need to stay off the phone.
I like thirst trap Instagram girls from the disco acid Instagram page. Like that's for some reason, those Groiper chicks that I was talking about last week.
Oh shit, you're following them, keeping up on their
I'll
shit.
like their shit from the disco page just because I'm like, oh well, if I'm gonna like thirst traps, I'm gonna like them from the professional page. And then I
True,
also
fucking.
think, what if one of them sees for some reason? I always think the name has to catch somebody's eye at some point. Like,
I would click on it if I didn't know what it was. I'd be like, what the fuck is that?
yeah, so I'm always hoping that's gonna happen. Like, there's this one fucking that's OnlyFans girl slash singer who I actually like her music,
Do
who
you though?
I've talked about wanting to bring on the channel, but she's definitely way too big, at least from
Yeah.
where I'm at right now. I've commented on her shit, and usually I'll always comment on like, "Oh, that's a great song." I never actually commented. I'm like, "Yeah, nice tits." I always do the what's the word? You subvert expectations or whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever song, because she does have good taste in music too, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that song from this time. Or one time I asked her how she did some editing. She did some editing trick in one of her videos on
Did she
CapCut.
respond?
Yeah, and she responded.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, dude, how do you type out Disco Acid Cult TV and not be like, I'm gonna click on this fucking, because what is this? Like,
Yeah, what is exactly? You see the name and you're just like, what the fuck is this platform?
but I assume she didn't. Otherwise, I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, if she's that big, she probably gets a lot of fucking comments. I'm sure she doesn't click on anything unless no, I think the verified check mark goes a long way.
Yeah, I would imagine if I had a check mark, if I ever make enough money, I'd for sure pay for a check mark.
Absolutely. But no, it's a strange time we're living in. I always say that I think we're gonna look back in like 20 years and the research will be more prominent and people are gonna be like, why the fuck did we let everyone fry our brains like that?
I think that depends on if like America makes it that far, like as like a dominant country.
I think we have 10 more years before like the big blow up. It will either come out of it stronger and better, or like we're gonna be I think in my mind, the worst case scenario is that America is gonna end up like Europe, where like a few states are gonna be their own country, not like Europe. It's all like these tiny ass countries right next to each other.
Yeah.
I think America's gonna end up like that. You're gonna have like the west part, the north, the south, and
I
then
think
the
that
east.
would be like the best case scenario, honestly.
I don't know because a lot of the states are really fucking poor though. So I think, and then the states would have conflicts with each other. I think the reason why America is so successful is because we're so big and we're united. At least in name, to where we won't invade each other. I think if you live close to other countries, naturally you'll have more war. But since we're so fucking big and unified, there's no war on U.S. soil. The last time that happened was the Civil War. I think that's the big risk you run when dividing up the country. You can now invade other countries that are right next to you, which I think is a net negative, personally.
Yeah, no, overall that'd be a negative because I'm sure that would happen. I would just be sure to move to whatever country Trey moves to. I would just call it Trey and just like
Fucking Trey.
yeah, we'd be good. But I do think eventually, yeah, we might split up or something. I almost think we should.
I think it will happen, but like I said, I think that's in like an America loses scenario. I think if we win, we're gonna have fucking Canada. Personally, I think we're gonna absorb them.
I think we should have taken over Canada fucking decades ago.
I think it's not profitable enough. I think the benefits that we'd get from invading them and taking their shit are negligible. Because dude, Canada, like 95% of them live within 5 fucking miles
Yeah.
of the U.S. border, anyways. They might as well be a part of America.
I can see Texas trying to. Isn't Texas like secretly kind of pussy though?
Yeah, Texas is. Yeah, I've also heard that Texas is not really down for that shit.
Yeah, like Texas. A lot of people think Texas is. There are definitely tough parts in Texas, but I mean, you talk about like Dallas, San Antonio. Like, there's a bunch of hipster broads there and shit.
Exactly. Austin, Texas is like the new fucking hipster fake cowboy landing spot. That shit's gay. But I think the problem with Texas is that, like they need resources. Like, I don't know if you remember, they had that wild ass power outage and people fucking froze to death in their homes.
Yeah.
I think, if you live there and you have shit like that, and then you're going to be relying on another country's aid if Texas were to separate, that's not a winning recipe, bro.
All right. Real quick, I'm in a hard segue just before we get into anything less serious. Speaking of hipster broads, I was going to talk about female teachers banging their students.
Ah, shit.
I don't know. I just thought this article. This thing tells you school teacher allegedly arrested for it, but then doesn't tell you what teacher or what story it was.
Yeah, what state?
It doesn't even fucking say. But I know this teacher's hot.
I was gonna say she's pretty hot, bro.
Okay, she looks like she graduated in Texas on here, so I would assume it's somewhere in Texas. Speaking
That's
of,
wild. Speak of the devil. Yeah, she's hot, bro.
but it was the post. The person that posted it says the recent rise in inappropriate teacher-student relationships is less about sudden desire and more about broken boundaries mixed with modern access. Social media blurred lines that once stayed professional, private messages, late night replies, and casual familiarity quietly replace authority and structure. That part I'm more interested in. This part I'm a little less interested in. Then it says power dynamics then do the rest. When one person controls grades, discipline, or future opportunities, even emotional attention can feel intoxicating to the younger side and
I
fall
don't think
asleep.
that's true at all.
Yeah, so I don't really
No high school dude is gonna be like, "Oh, I need to fuck my teacher for a better grade." No, they fuck because dude, this chick's hot. Let's be real here.
yeah, so unless you can verify to me in the story that like the female teacher went up to the student and said, "Hey, I'm gonna fail you unless you fuck me," then I don't care. I don't care about power dynamic. And I've said this before, it's kind of hard to like say without sounding terrible. So the best way I word it is if I have a 15-year-old, even 14, if I have a 14-year-old son and it comes
Yeah,
out that he's banging his 32-year-old English teacher, yes, I'm gonna go do everything I can to make sure that teacher gets fired and put in prison, but then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna whoop my son's ass because by the
exactly.
time he's 14, he knows better than to be like, I get so tired of this whole like
I totally agree.
infantilizing teenagers and taking away all bro, teenagers, you know right from wrong by the time you're fucking 14.
Dude, exactly. You know right from wrong. You know you shouldn't be doing that shit. So yeah, I agree. Both parties need to be punished. I definitely agree with the first part of that little text box, though. I do think it absolutely is social media. Teachers should not be having their fucking kids, their students on social media. That shit is not appropriate at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it has to be millennials that were the first because I remember we had teachers in high school that when you graduated, they would let you add them as friends. And in some cases, it was fine. Like I had one English teacher that I used to email like once in a blue moon. He was really into jazz music.
Nice.
He got me into the Great Gatsby just because everyone in high school had to
Does
read the
his name
Great
start with a
Gatsby.
K?
His first name,
Oh shit, I think I'm thinking of a different teacher.
last name starts with a Z. I don't know if you had him.
Nah, I don't think so.
He looked like a mad scientist. Dixon Sider would for sure know. But
Dude,
in like
speaking of them.
cases like that were fine. There are
Yeah.
two married teachers whose last name starts with a K. They
That's who I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the dude from that.
yeah, the wife, she was friends with Laban on Facebook, and we all knew. I met my first girlfriend in Mr. K's class freshman year. Dixon Sider would also
Nice.
know my first girlfriend.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
you made Mr. K on the family Wii. You made him a little meme.
yeah, I
Some
remember that too.
skinny fuck with red hair. Red hair.
But yeah, no, I definitely think social media has a lot to do with it because you have teachers like following students and students following, and
Dude, now that we're on the topic, dude, I had female teachers that would let me follow that let me and my friends follow them before we graduated. And
see,
looking
that's
back, I'm
weird.
like that I looking back, I'm like, dude, that's fucking weird. And she would act like she was like our buddy and shit. Looking back now that I'm an adult, I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like you're our teacher, like you were not our friend, but she really wanted to be like a part of like like the like the student body. She tried to act like she was like our age and shit. It was kind of like weird looking back.
To me, the rule of once you graduated, that kind of made it fine because it was like,
I totally agree because you're
yeah,
an
you get out
adult,
of high
you're
school, you're
18.
18,
Yeah.
you do what you want. I'm also big on once you're 18, you're 18. Like I hate hearing these people talk about like whenever Leonardo DiCaprio dates a 22-year-old, they
Oh
make it
yeah.
sound like he's got her fucking chained up in the basement. And it's like, bro, she's fucking
Yeah,
22.
she's
Like,
an adult. You know, she can buy liquor and vote and all that shit. I agree. 18, like, what if you think it's too young? That's one thing, but it's the law whether you like it or not, and they're an
yeah.
adult and they can think for themselves legally. So who cares?
On top of infantilizing teenagers, people straight up infantilize fucking like 24. It's ridiculous. Like, oh, 24, that's just a child. Bro, shut the you sound fucking retarded talking about a 25-year-old being a child.
You know, I hate when sometimes I'll complain about the position I'm in my life currently to people, and they'll be like, "Well, dude, you're only insert age here. I'm not gonna out myself like that." And I'm like, dude, by the time my parents were my age, they had 3 fucking kids.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not, not that far, bro. It is what it is.
He got so pissed at me once because I
That's
asked if
fucking
Shakespeare was
awesome.
gay. I can't even imagine him being pissed.
Yeah, I can't imagine that fool being pissed too. Now that I'm an adult and well, I'm not gonna out myself for what I do for work, but I've seen the two of them as an adult. She definitely wears the pants in the relationship.
Oh,
If we're
yeah. Well,
talking
she's
about the
fucking
K
4
teachers,
times his size.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, dude, how does this couple work out? Like, it's fucking terrifying to me.
Dude, she could whoop his ass.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
like,
we
dude,
always knew she wore the
uh,
skirt in the relationship.
yeah, no, she's pretty scary.
Dixon Sider, did we not have his class together? I almost feel like we had him freshman year. I could be wrong. Um, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like we did. I don't know. But yeah, no. the social media thing with teachers. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to add
No,
your teachers.
not at all.
until-
You got to be 18 for sure. I did have a female teacher who did make us abide by that rule. They said, "Oh, okay, you can follow me once you're 18." And all she was like one of the hot teachers, so we were all like fucking waiting for the day we graduated. Just fucking boom, everyone requested to follow her immediately.
I always wonder why all this. Why the female teachers do it though? Like, I don't know. Do you think it's just because they're obsessed with getting with like a younger dude that they're like, well, fuck it, 15's younger, 16's younger.
Dude,
Like,
I have no fucking idea because you know, historically people always look at like the pervy dude teacher, but it's all these cases seem to be the women. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's like I don't know. But now that we're on the topic, I remember the hot teacher that I was just mentioning that we all wanted to follow on Instagram. Dude, she would like not even like slightly, she would straight up flirt with my friend in her class, and all of us would be like, "Is this really happening right now?" Like, dude, it was really crazy looking back. Like that shit should not have been allowed. But I don't know what it is with the female teachers, but something's not right in their brain.
don't think we had them together. Okay, maybe we didn't. I wonder if it's the teachers, they get ran through by everyone their age in town. So then they just start like, well, I guess I'll go for my students.
I'm sure there is you know, that instance, but it's weird to me because you think like for an adult teacher, you think the relationship between a female teacher and a male student would be more like a mother and son nurturing relationship. To me, it's weird that it can be a romantic relationship, like in this case that we're looking at right now. I think that's very strange.
Well, back in the day, like I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, and I did go to private school, so I guess that might have something to do with it. But all the female teachers were like in their 40s at the earliest, and they all wore the classic 90s teacher fit, the long denim dress all the way down to the ankles.
Yeah.
Like that was like a female teacher back in the day. Now you look at this fucking broad on screen, like she looks younger than me.
I do think schools need to really evaluate dress code shit, but that's neither here nor there. I totally agree with you. I think like these women, like especially like this chick right here, is probably pulling up to work looking hella sexy. Like that's gonna be distracting for male students and can definitely, you know, give us off a message. And clearly that message was what we're looking at on the screen.
And I bet you I bet you the female teachers that act like this, they probably get told the same shit that all of us get told. Like when we complain about where we're at in life and older people, oh, you're still so young. Bro, people need to stop saying that shit to people in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, dude. Once you're, I feel like for anyone, like you know, it's not like any young people are listening to this fucking stream, but I feel like, dude, once you're above fucking 23, shut the fuck up. You're not young anymore, bro. Like you need to grow up. You're an adult now.
Yeah, I'd say once you're older than 25, old people should not be oh, you're still a kid anymore. No, you need to fucking.
Dixon Sider's fucking spitting in the chat. I think he's right. Pull up the fucking comment.
Maybe they didn't get hot until after high school. Now they want to make up for lost time and fuck the jock. They could that could be a lot.
I am
Actually.
sure maybe this chick that we're looking at was fucking fat as fuck in high school, and now she's like, "Oh, now's my chance." Whether it be subconscious or not, but she, you know, fucking distorted like that.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with, again, like what we're talking about, how now, especially I've talked about with millennials, how they refuse to grow up. Everyone's so obsessed with being young.
Dude.
Disney adults, like
Yeah.
this chick's probably like a fucking Disney adult. She probably thinks she fits in with the high schoolers.
Yeah, exactly. Like the chick I was talking, like the teacher I was talking about, like, she wants to be a part of like the high school student body, and that shit is just fucking weird. I'm sure this chick is like, like fucking looking at memes and shit, you know, during class with the male students and shit. Yeah, you're right. It probably all stems from this weird like self-infantilization. It's fucking very weird.
Yeah, everyone does it nowadays. People just refuse to grow up or admit that they're older. And then they end up fucking teenagers, and it's like, dude, you know what I watched earlier? I was watching a clip from Full House.
Huh.
And I forgot there's an episode where DJ, when she's 17, she goes on a date with a 20-year-old.
I remember that.
The 20-year-old walks in with a mustache and meets Danny, and Danny is like, "Oh, you have a mustache. How old are you?" And he's all 20. And Danny goes, "DJ, you're only 17." And DJ goes, "Dad, it's only 3 years." And Danny goes, "Okay, I guess so." And they go out on the date. And
That's
then
fucking wild.
the episode ends with, because Danny has a date that night too, and coincidentally, they both go to the same restaurant. The episode ends with Danny's date and DJ's date getting together, and then DJ and Danny just hanging out for the rest of the night.
Full House is so goated, man. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Full House is great. But yeah, no, there is just this huge habit of people just like infantilizing themselves nowadays, and they get infantilized by everyone else. How you hear about boomers constantly telling millennials like, "Oh, you're still a child. You've got your whole life, brother. I'm middle aged. Like I'm halfway to life expectancy."
Yeah, facts. I think life expectancy for men in America is 70, and
Yeah,
then for women it's 72. It might be a little higher for both.
I thought it was like 76 ish.
I think for men it's 72 and women it's 76. But it's really not that long when you put it all into consideration. So yeah, people need
Yeah.
to grow the fuck up. And I think because I feel like this shit did not happen back in the day, especially not the female teacher with the male student. I could be wrong though.
No, well, back in the day, I've seen another Nick Fuentes clip of him talking about. I was it Nick Fuentes? I don't remember. It was some conservative talking about how he's like, dude, back in the day when we went to school, like the women teachers, they were usually unmarried. First of all, they were usually not married.
Yeah.
They were like very strict. Like this was their career. They were teachers. They weren't talking about their politics. They weren't talking
Yeah,
about
true.
sexuality. They were in the fucking denim dress with the long sleeve shirt underneath it. Like nothing at all inappropriate about how they're dressed. They had like the typical Kitty Foreman curly old lady hair. Like
Dude, you know who that makes me think of? I think we had the same first grade teacher because we both went to the same private school. But
I didn't. I first grade was the 1 year I went to public school.
oh, dude, the teacher I had for first grade at our private school, her name started with an L, Miss L. That's what I'll call her. But dude, she was fucking exactly what you're talking about. My friend was like doing
It
some
wasn't
like
Miss Linebarger.
nah, it was like Lanning or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, and she was married to Mr. Landon.
Exactly, yeah. But
Yeah.
my friend, like she, like the type of teacher talking about, just old, completely unattractive. And my friend was doing some like fake yoga pose and going like, and she was like, "You need to stop that shit right now. You're opening your mind to the devil." Like that's
Uh,
the kind of teachers we had back in the day, bro. I
That
feel
makes
like,
in fourth grade, I had Miss Thompson, and
yeah,
she is the one that I think of. She even wore like the gardener lady hats to school and
dude,
shit.
exactly because teachers were not trying to pull up the school looking hella sexy like this lady, bro.
The middle school teacher couple whose name starts with an F.
Oh, F. Give
Fat,
me.
are you talking about the big fat PE teacher lady? We talked about her on the huge lady.
What the fuck was her name?
We're already dropping teachers'
Oh,
names. Miss Miss
Falcons.
Belkin.
Falcons.
Yeah, that's another good example.
Yeah,
Except
Dixie
that's
Snyder,
like
drop the name in chat, bro.
the Bull Dyke version of what we're talking about, though.
Yeah, Miss Falcons was
Also, another
terrifying.
lady wasn't her Mr. Falcon? Wasn't he like 10 times smaller than her?
Yeah, he was like a fucking 5'4" skinny ass foo.
God, these poor teachers and their huge wives.
It's fucking awful. Then Miss Falcons was terrifying too. At least
Yeah,
Mrs. Krebs looks kind of nice. Yeah, he says yes.
but yeah, they need to go back to only hiring these ladies as they need to stop hiring women and girls as teachers and hire ladies as teachers. Like
Well,
the
no,
ladies.
they need to have a strict dress code for teachers. No fucking revealing clothing. Because dude, even I remember in when I was in elementary school. This is fucking bad talk. I won't lie, but I would have female teachers with their fucking tits out. And
Yeah,
being like a young kid, I literally can't stop looking at the teacher's tits. But like, teachers should not have their fucking tits out at the end of the day. Like that's wrong. And I'm
yeah.
sure that's what this lady was doing.
Nowadays, they could sue the school if the school said anything about it.
Yeah, no, it's facts. Like you exactly like you said. Like we need to have ladies. I think there's nothing wrong with having like married women as teachers. If anything, I think that's good because they know how to handle kids.
You know,
But
I wasn't saying they should be unmarried. I'm just saying a lot of the times they were, but they also weren't gonna get married. It just
yeah, like they're a teacher at the end of the day. It's like their shit. And I
yeah.
think people need to go back to that. Like you're not a kid. You're not the kid's friends. You're their teacher at the end of the day.
You're essentially their parent for 8 hours of the day.
Exactly. And I think they need to act like that. That's what I'm saying. Like it should be more like a mother-son relationship. The fact that it would be romantic is fucking bewildering to me.
Look like they could play O line for the Raiders.
I agree.
I think I've been hearing a lot about conspiracy theories about how the public school system is basically just feminism was uh fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a plot or a plan by the IRS to tax the other half of the household, and then oh, now you've got to send your kid to public school, so now they spend 8 hours with the government every day, and then the government gets to teach them the 6 million
Teach
Jews died in the
the goy
Holocaust,
slop.
and
Yeah. Dude,
white
I've
people
been
are racist, and
the more I see goy slop shit, the more I think back to like my time in high school and how do you remember how much time we spent on the fucking Holocaust in high school?
yeah,
For years, bro. Freshman year, you watch Schindler's List, you watch all that shit. Then you learn about it again in world history. Then you learn about it again in US history. It's like, dude, you spent all 4 fucking years learning about the same event.
Dude, I saw a post today. Before we get into Dragon Ball GT, I'll change the topic one more time really
Yeah.
quick. I saw a really interesting post today that I never thought about it this way, and the post was like, if the official World War II story that we're taught was actually true, right? That would mean that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust and America came in and saved the Jews, right?
Yeah.
So why are the Jews not building statues, commemorating their saviors? Why are the white people not there? Like they should be indebted to us eternally, but instead they fucking hate white people, and
Yup.
you know,
No, exactly. They hate white people. They hate everything that Western society stands for. Because we've been kicking them out for fucking thousands of years. Because they fuck shit up. But yeah, the 6 million statistic is crazy. I don't know if not. Don't fucking hypothetically speaking, allegedly for my employers that will listen someday. But have you ever seen what the official number is supposedly from like
like
the
I thought it was like 200,000 ish.
according to the Red Cross organization, like the American Red Cross,
Yeah,
they went in and they ran the numbers. If those numbers are to be trusted, it's 271,000. Most of them from
like
typhoid.
from disease and from starvation because people were blowing up German supply trucks, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. Like there's written documents, allegedly, of course, like I said, that are from the German side of how can we stop the people in the camps from dying from typhoid? How can we save them? Like there's notes of them trying to find out ways to make them not die of yellow fever and all that shit.
Yeah, they just wanted to move them. Just get them out of there.
Yeah, so I'm just like, dude, it's crazy to think about. Like I'm not saying that that shit didn't happen, but I also find it hard to believe that 6 million people died.
And then there's that Charles Manson clip that's awesome. Manson talking about how they won't let the Second World War end.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's a very very interesting clip. If anyone has any evidence to prove otherwise, I would love to hear it. If anyone has any concrete evidence that it really was 6 million, because I even see some people claim 8 million, bro. I don't know if you see that, but the number seems to rise.
Well, yeah, of course the number seems to rise. I thought that one post that I sent you was funny. The guy that claims he survived like 12 concentration camps.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
saw a funny clip, and they're like, no matter how many years go by, there seems to be new Holocaust survivors that pop up every now and then. It's like, whereas some people do the math, and they're like, were you in the womb in the concentration camp?
Dude, there's this Facebook group that I'm in, and it's all about like offensive memes, but it's basically turned into just a giant political debate all the times. But it's
Yeah.
like over 1 million people, and I'm always in there just like talking shit to people for no reason. And some girl came in there and said some shit, and I said some shit about how people that are going out trying to throw themselves in front of ICE on behalf of immigrants are retarded. And she said, "You would snitch on Anne Frank if this was the 40s. Just keep that in mind." And I said, "Anne Frank was a retard." And that was it. And she just never replied.
I've heard the lore on Anne Frank is pretty spotty too.
Yeah, well, people talk about like her dad basically wrote it. She never wrote shit. It was her dad that sold her story to make money off of it or some shit like that.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, who knows, bro? Exactly. Propaganda is a powerful tool. Like I said, I'm not like a. I don't doubt that people did die at concentration camps and all that shit. I'm just not sure what the actual official story is because there's so much propaganda surrounding it, bro. Who really knows? All the Anne Frank shit and what the true number is. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, propaganda is crazy. I fucking hate millennials because I still think millennials have no excuse to be propagandized as easily as they are. It's ridiculous. Like we all grew up. We all learned the difference between boys and girls in fucking first grade, and now all of a sudden, everyone that we went to high school with is pretending they just magically forgot. I didn't realize non-binary was a thing until the last 10 years of my life. Like,
Yeah, dude, right? I think it's crazy to act like, we don't call out that shit for what it is. It's, mental illness at the end of the day. You're borderline schizophrenic who you're a man who thinks you're not a man, or you're a woman who thinks you're not a woman. Like, there's something clearly wrong. And, I'm sure back in the day, you used to call it out for what it is. Like, this guy's sick.
yeah, yeah, no, but millennials, like I said, have no excuse. She may not have existed. Yeah. Millennials have no excuse. Gen Z, you could say they've been born with it. Like basically ever since they've been old enough to be like teenagers, they've had this propaganda.
No,
And
it's funny though. I think back to like I'm Gen Z, and I think about back to my time and with my friends in high school, and it's funny. My friends have switched up hella, but we used to send crazy ass memes to each other about like Holocaust denial shit and all that shit. But now they're like, "How could you say all this shit?" Yada yada yada. I'm like, brother, you used to send me jokes about the Holocaust on Instagram. Like, don't fucking troll on me now. Like, you know the truth.
Dude, one of my band in high school, God, I don't know how to say this. We had one band member whose mother died when he was young,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and we had a song called Pictures,
Yeah.
but the name of the song within the band was Thrackum, and that stood for Tim Heidecker raped and killed my mom, and he named
What
that
the fuck, dude?
and he named that song. So we'd be at practice, so we'd be like, "Okay, let's do it. Let's roll Thrackum," and we'd play Pictures. But then,
Yeah.
of course, in public, we'd say Pictures. But
Holy
that's
shit,
like
that's horrible.
the level of like how we used to talk. And
Yeah.
then nowadays, I don't really talk to this guy all that often. But one of the last times I talked to him, he was talking
Yeah.
about how he tries really hard to not say words like retarded in public anymore. And I'm like, bro, they're not you. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I also did not know that was the lore behind that guy's mom. That's terrible. Dude, that's horrible. The fact that he makes the joke was funny, but
He
the
was
actual
definitely
lore, that's horrible.
he was definitely one of those guys that was probably a coping thing for him. Was to joke about
Absolutely,
it.
yeah. I was like, that's definitely cope, because dude, that's fucking horrendous, bro. I did not know that. That's terrible.
I remember the day we wrote that song and we're like, what should we call it? And he just shoots up immediately. Tim Heidecker raped and killed my mom. We're like, dude, what?
I see why that guy has the issues he has now. That's horrible lore. Holy shit, dude.
But yeah, no, we used to just say all kinds of crazy shit. Dude, I just found so we used to do this other thing where we would log into each other's Facebooks and then post a status.
Yeah.
And then we would take a picture of it and then we would go and show everybody. So one example is I logged into my buddy Ryan's Facebook and
Yeah.
I took his Facebook and posted onto my own Facebook account. You remember Stickam, the website Stickam?
Yes.
So from Ryan's Facebook, I posted on my Facebook, anal sex with my mom live on Stickam tonight. Check it out. And then I took a picture of it and went around school showing everybody, look what Ryan posted on my Facebook, like a fucking weirdo. And everyone
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck? This guy Ryan's a weirdo. But
Yeah.
that was like the kind of shit that, just nothing was like off limits because everyone knew that everyone's fucking joking. Like no one's being serious
Exactly,
about it.
yeah.
But now it's just all of a sudden, you can't joke. Oh, what if it's triggering? What if his mom really had anal sex and now he's triggered? Or just like, it's just fucking yeah.
Yeah, what if his mom was raped and killed by him?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking terrible. Dog, I can't believe this, but it's all good.
Yeah. That was actually not a bad song either. And then we called it Pictures. And then we ended up writing a sequel to that song right before we broke up.
Ah, shit. That's the first band, right? Or is this Ghost Stories?
No, yeah, my band in high school, not
Uh,
Ghost Stories
The
yet.
June Breaks Bright.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had not been in a good band yet.
Would you say that band was good?
June Breaks Bright?
Yeah.
No, the band was fucking terrible. Laban was a terrible drummer.
Uh-huh.
And he would tell you this. He knows this.
Yeah.
Austin's a really good guitar player, but he refuses to play anything the same way twice,
Mm.
which you can't do if you're gonna play in a fucking breakdown band where breakdown patterns have to be the same. That's kind of like the whole point of them.
Yeah.
Christelle was a fine bassist. Ben was pretty good with the synths and all that electronic stuff.
Uh-huh.
But if your drummer sucks, your band sucks. That's kind of like the first rule
that
of
makes sense.
any kind of rock music. If your drummer sucks, your band sucks. And Metallica is the one exception.
Isn't
Which-
Christelle the one you got caught smoking cigs with?
Yeah, Christelle was, yeah. And then mom yelled at me in front of her in the car, and I was like, dude, can you wait like 5 fucking minutes?
I remember. Do you remember I was in the car for that?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I was sitting in the backseat like, what's going on?
So I get in the car and mom goes, breathe on me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And she's like, no, let me smell your breath. And she smells it. And mom asked me why my breath smelled like smoke. And you can't really think of an excuse for that.
Yeah, there is no reason.
So what I
eating
told,
barbecue.
but I remember what I told her was that we all got Starbucks and Kurt Boycelli needed to do something. So he asked me to hold his cigarette, but I had Starbucks in one hand. And then Christelle asked me to hold her Starbucks. So I held Kurt's cigarette in my mouth while I was double fisting 2 Starbucks drinks.
Dude, you may be the greatest liar on the face of planet Earth. Who comes up with that shit?
I tried.
That's ridiculous.
I tried. I got away with so much just by lying, but you can't lie about your breath smelling like cigarette smoke. There's just nothing you could,
Yeah, there's no reason. No one will buy that shit. But the fact that you could come up with anything is
Oh yeah,
bewildering
no,
to
I
me,
tried.
bro.
Kurt asked me to hold his drink, and then Christelle asked me to hold her drink, or no, Kurt asked me to hold his cigarette, and then Christelle asked me to hold her drink, and so I'll put Kurt's cigarette in my mouth and then hold both their drinks for them.
And I'll coincidentally inhale a few times.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't get away with that one. So
That is fucking heinous.
But yeah, I pretty much for 2 years bummed all my cigarettes off of Christelle or Laban's girlfriend, like exclusively, and then also didn't inhale for like 2 years properly either.
Does anything happen if you don't inhale, or does it just taste like smoke?
You probably just get gum cancer later in your life, so I probably have that to look forward to.
That's why I've always thought about cigar smokers. I've never smoked a cigar, but they all talk about how you don't inhale. I'm like, what the fuck happens then?
I've smoked like cheap cigars and swishers, and it's just honestly, unless you're like a rich guy who's smoking $200 Cuban cigars, like you're just being an edgy teenager. Like there's no reason to smoke a swisher for fun.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought. And I don't like the way you have like, have you seen how you're supposed to smoke cigars? You have to like fucking lick the side and shit. I do
Yeah.
not like that shit. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't like putting wet shit like that in my mouth.
Yeah, it's all
Gross.
like it's like a wet leaf essentially. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this is fucking weird. It reminds me of like, you know, you have to like lick an envelope to fucking seal it and all that shit. I'm like, it seems like you're doing that to this fucking giant cigarette and then you're not smoking. I don't know. It seems fucking weird to me, bro.
If I'll accidentally touch the tip of my cigarette with my tongue sometimes, and it'll get like the slightest bit
Oh,
wet.
I put it out. I pull out a new one if that happens.
Well, I don't want to waste it, so I'll like try my best to dry. Like I'll rub it on my sleeve the whole time I'm smoking it, just because I just fucking hate it. But
No,
I will
remember-
finish the cigarette, but it sucks.
I remember one time I was smoking a cigarette after drinking with my friends, and one of my friends was like super drunk and not really a smoker, and he was like, "Oh, let me get a drag or a hit of your cigarette." I'm like, "Sure, take it, dude." He gave it back to me. I went to put it in, like to smoke it. Dude, it's fucking soaking wet. I flicked it at him. I was like, "You fucking nasty bastard, bro! You pick that up and smoke it if you want to. I'm not fucking smoking that shit, dude. Fucking disgusting."
Austin used to roll our blunts, and he used to go real heavy on the lick, on the spit to keep it stuck. But
Yeah,
so we would just take it and we would just light it. Like we just hold the lighter under it until it would dry up when he wasn't looking. But
it's just fucking gross. It's like a fucking like damp paper bag at that point. Fucking
yeah, I never got
super
the appeal of
nasty.
cigars like that. And yeah, the prestige behind cigars, they just like some people smoke cigars and inhale too. I'm sure they take small inhales, but yeah, I don't really get like the I think it's almost like they're just trying to make it look cool. It's like people that drink IPAs.
Exactly, IPAs and drink fucking hella strong whiskey without chaser and all that shit. Like they're just trying to prove how manly they are, and I'm like, dude, like this does nothing. Just smoke a cigarette if you want nicotine. If you're gonna smoke, why not smoke the convenient one?
Dude, you know, Grandpa's told me like one of his favorite drinks is like fucking rye whiskey with a little bit of water.
With
in it.
water to water it down.
I'm
Yeah.
like, God, fuck, Jesus
The
Christ.
thing is, with Grandpa, I know he means it though, because
well, yeah.
Grandpa is not the type of fool to lie and try and look hella masculine. He just is that dude.
Yeah, no,
just
I know
noted
that.
about
I
that.
just mean the fact that you can get to that point in your life where you're just like some watered down whiskey.
Yeah,
like,
a little splash of fucking water.
like, damn, what kind of life have you lived?
Nah, that shit's crazy. Some people sip on that shit in there. I know some people who will get whiskey with no ice. They're like, that waters it down and all that shit. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I've always hated the taste of alcohol.
Yeah, it's the same people that'll clown on you for getting the best drink of all time, the vodka Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bulls are one of the few drinks if I'm like out, I will get vodka Red Bulls. I do get whiskey sours if the place.
Oh, whiskey
makes-
sours are good though. I fuck with that drink.
Yeah, if the place makes a good whiskey sour. I went through a big Jack Daniels phase, but I was really forcing it just because I played guitar. But
It wasn't Evan Williams.
I did do Evan Williams for a time too. Evan Williams was that was like the Ghost Stories era when I was like, I don't care what it is as long as it's cheap. That was kind of the whole motto at that point.
Yeah, me and my buddies were out at a bar like last month, and we were at this bar, and they sold like these big vodka Red Bulls where they'd pour the whole can of Red Bull in the one drink for like $5. Dude, it was awesome. It was goated. I got like 3.
Yeah, no, vodka Red Bulls are awesome. I wish they would offer like other energy drinks too. That'd be funny.
Oh, dude, I see some places since the White Monster is so popular, they'll do it with the White Monster now instead. I'm like, that's awesome. I actually like that drink.
Yeah, that is pretty funny actually, and a good idea.
Whiskey and diamond. That's crazy.
I've never tried that. That sounds like it could be interesting though. That's crazy because usually when I think of a dark liquor, it has to be with like a cola type of thing.
Yeah, a dark soda.
I always prefer to go for the clear liquors just because you can chase a clear liquor with anything. Whatever you have on hand, you can chase it with. We used to chase when there was nothing. We would like chase liquor with cigarette hits, and that was always terrible.
About to leave the stream. That's terrible. That's fucking crazy.
Dude, I remember we used to go to, you know, okay, after this we'll get to the Dragon Ball GT episode.
Yeah.
You know the fuck, what are they called? The community college in Davis,
Yes.
like Sacramento City, the Sac City.
Yeah, Sac City Davis Center. I know
Those
exactly. What you're talking
those apartments, those
Yes.
colorful apartments.
Yes, yes, yes.
When those were brand new, we went to a couple parties there. Don't know whose apartment it was, but I'm talking like there was a full fucking like everyone in the complex was there because one room on like the second or third story or so, I don't know how tall they are.
Yeah.
One room or one of those houses, apartments or whatever, had a whole DJ like turntable set up in like the kitchen,
Yeah.
and the front door was just open, and it was just fucking people, just every level, it was fucking crazy. It was this band. We used to play shows with this band called It Starts With Alaska, and they had they were really popular in like the Bay Area, and they just knew everyone from everywhere. And yeah, they invited us to these parties at this apartment complex, and that was when we would just get fucking wild, and we were just like picking up shots of liquor from just anywhere around the apartment. And that's when we're smoking cigarettes in the apartment. Don't know whose apartment it is. It's like some Great Gatsby type shit. Like just somebody is throwing this party and we're just there.
Yeah.
I was like doing weird shit with my girlfriend in the parking lot at the time. And there's just a DJ. And I got so fucking sick. I remember like the first time we went there, I got sick as shit because I couldn't find any chasers. So we were all just chasing these vodka shots with cigarette hits. So you'd basically, because you're drunk, you'd like take a hit. Damn near before you swallow it, you're like sticking your cigarette in your mouth into the vodka, like swallowing just real fucking crazy.
I guess it makes sense theoretically. Like the taste of the cigarette will chase the vodka down, but damn, that's terrible. Did you get like did you get sick from the liquor or from too many cigarettes?
Probably both. You basically gag every time you chase it down.
Dude, I think getting sick, like they call it like Nick sick. I think getting sick from nicotine is way fucking worse than getting sick from liquor.
One of the first times that ever happened, I was playing a show at Club Retro, coincidentally with a bunch of hardcore straight edge bands, and I was drinking Four Loko in the back alleyway with some other kids.
Yeah.
And I was texting my girlfriend, which coincidentally was the same girlfriend at the time. And I texted her something about like, I was like, oh, I'm on like my fucking like 8th cigarette or something. And she's like, in a row. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm drinking Four Loko. And she's like, dude, you're gonna get fucking sick. And I was like, no, it's all good. And then I went home and it was just sick as fucking shit. And then any kind of opiate though will make that basically impossible. Like if you take any kind of like painkillers or heroin or fentanyl, you can just smoke a pack of cigarettes and probably wish you had another pack. Like
that's fucking crazy. I think for me, in the same session, anything more than like 3, I do not feel good after.
500 cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I remember one night, me and Calamity Jane, this was like way before heroin. I don't know if it was either Percocets or Norcos is usually what we were taking, but we were just hanging out. We took some Percocets or Norcos, and I remember we both went out to the car, and both of us just smoked a whole pack, like to ourselves, like just one pack, and then just sat. It was not at the truck. We just sat in my truck, and we just talked for like 3 or 4 hours, just smoking just a pack of cigarettes each, and then
she's pretty small to be smoking like that. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, she was skinny. She was tall, but I mean, she was skinny.
Yeah,
but,
so I remember her being like this big.
Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, you get any kind of opiate in you, and you'll just smoke cigarettes for days.
I remember my smoking low light. Oh man, did you ever have an app called Be Real? It might be a little past your time. It was popular in like 2021, 2022.
No, but I've heard of it.
I saw my worst Be Real of all time. I wish I still had it, but I deleted it. It was me. I was like 21 or 22 at the time, and my ex-girlfriend had like just dumped me, and I was taking it horribly. I was drinking all the time and like smoking a bunch of cigarettes. And I remember me and my friends went out drinking, and I didn't black out in public or nothing like that, but we got home and I kept on drinking. And my friend said at one point I blacked out and I just had my hand against the wall like this, and I was just going like, and they're like, "Are you good?" And I just kept on going. I was like, "I'm gonna go smoke." And they said I disappeared for like 2 hours at the local park, and they found me with like 6 cigarettes all burned out right next to my hand like this, asleep at the table. And then they take me home, and then I wake up to a B-reel of myself on the floor of my room, and I'm covered in trash, bro. It looked like I lived in a crack house. I was like, bro, why does it look like I live in a trap house? And the worst part is, like, I'm covered in trash, and there's just tears rolling down my eyes, bro, in the fucking picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, dude, this is easily the lowest light of my life. Like, this is my low light. I wish I fucking had the picture. It was hilarious, bro.
That is great.
That was hella funny.
All right. Well, I guess one more.
go
Not a
for it.
me drinking story, but a really good Laban drinking story.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Might be my favorite one. So
Oh.
it was me, Laban, and Austin. I think we went to Zach's garage that night. Or my freshman year, their sophomore year, we did a lot of drinking in this kid Zach's garage.
Yeah.
And we got home and we all went to crash in Laban's room. Austin and me fall asleep on Laban's bed. Laban falls asleep on his floor, pretty much just face down on his floor.
uh-huh.
So I'm like kind of half in and out of sleep. And then at one point I hear a gurgling noise. And I sit up and I look over. Laban is face down in all of his vomit for the night looked like it looked like carrot, like it looked
Ooh.
like it looked like baby food, like crushed carrots, baby food, basically.
Yeah.
He was face down and there was a puddle, like a pile, basically, that was so thick that it was coming up. It was like halfway. His head was like
Dude.
sunken into it like this. It looked like a fucking volcano of mashed carrots.
Yeah.
And he's face down and in his gurgle. He's suffocating. He can't breathe. He's like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm laughing. So I wake Austin up and I'm like, dude, bro, look at that shit. Look at that. Austin gets up and he's like, oh, dude, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, what? And he's like, dude, you got to do something. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
So Austin basically wakes up, runs over to Laban, pulls his head up out of his pile of mashed carrot vomit.
Yeah.
And the best way I can word it is that I basically watched Austin like grab his hand down his throat and pull a bunch of like stuck vomit out. And then Austin grabs the trash can and tries to put it under his head, but Laban kept moving the trash can to throw up onto the floor more. Austin's like, no, dude, into the fucking trash can. And Laban would push the trash can away. So then this basically happened like 7 times throughout the night. Basically, so what happens is just throughout the next few hours, this process keeps repeating. Where there's I remember I woke up early. I woke up first in the morning. There's Laban still face down somewhere on the floor, but now there's just like 8 piles of this like mashed carrot vomit all over the carpet.
Yeah.
Austin thought it would be a good idea to just take one single paper towel and put it on top of each pile of vomit. And I remember, dude, I was awake. It was like 7 in the morning. And Laban's mom opens the door to check in on us. And I just remember I was fake sleeping and she just goes, oh my God. And she closes the door.
Fucking fake sleeping.
She closes the door and walks out. And yeah, just, dude, it looked like oceans of this orange vomit all around his carpet, just everywhere. This could have happened. He threw up everywhere. And yeah, Austin, he would basically keep waking up and he would drag Laban to the bathroom, and then Laban would be like, I'm done, I don't need to throw up anymore. And then we'd get him back into the room and he'd start throwing up again, and then back to the bathroom when it would happen. But I remember so well that orange, like it looked like orange mashed carrots, like baby
like sweet
shit.
potato type shit, like mashed sweet potatoes.
It's exactly what it looked like. And yeah, he was definitely gonna die. Like I said, literally gurgling on this shit. And
Yeah,
like,
dude, thank God you woke up when you did, and we're like, haha, laughing at him and shit. Dude, he would have died if you guys didn't wake up.
and Austin was pissed. Like, dude, why did you fucking sit there and laugh? And I'm like, I don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah, facts. You're just a fucking high school freshman.
Yeah, those were fun times. We were always drinking in that fucking garage. And then
That's his mom walking in. Oh my God. Just closes the door.
I think she had to go to work, so she probably was just like, dude, what the fuck? It looked like dude, there's like 7 oceans of this shit just all around this fucking bedroom.
the one fucking paper towel over.
It was one sheet of paper towel just over everyone. And dude, the piles were huge. Like the paper towel did nothing to cover them up.
Dude, drinking stories like that are so fucking funny, especially when you're young. Cause like, I have a friend nowadays who will go out to drink and he'll still fucking throw up in public. And I'm like,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
we're way too fucking old. the same day that I was talking about the vodka Red Bulls, the giant ones where they pull the whole Red Bull, and we're at this bar, and we're in an outside. It's like a bar with outside patio, so you can smoke cigarettes, right? And we're drinking and smoking cigarettes, and then I know I've been friends with this guy for a long time. I know when he's gonna fucking throw up. I'm looking at him. I'm like, dude, there's a trash can right behind you. Pull it, and you're gonna throw up. He's like, nah, you're tripping, fool. Like, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm like, dude, I see it on your fucking eyes. Like, you're gonna throw up. And he's like, no, I'm good. And he's like, all right, we're just chilling. We're sitting there. Immediately, there's this white girl right next to him, and the way this guy throws up, he just opens his mouth and it just projectile vomits. So he's just laughing. He goes, haha. And it just fucking throws up all over this white chick's ankles. And then we're like, you fucking retard. Like, I told you were going to throw up. He's like, all right, fine. Let me go to the bathroom and throw up. And so he goes and throws up, comes back out, and he's like, we should stay. And I'm like, dude, no, we can't stay. You just threw up in public and we're fucking 25 years old. Like, you're fucking retarded, dude. You need to stop this shit. It's horrible,
Oh
man.
my god. I definitely have to know which girl this is, Dixon Cider.
Shitting yourself is crazy.
Yeah, I've never shit myself.
I thought I shit myself blacked out one time. You know, like when you're blacked out, you get like brief glimpses of consciousness.
Yeah.
One time I was laying down on the ground, fucking face first into the concrete, and I felt myself fart hella hard, and I was like, fuck, I think I just shit. But it turns out I didn't. You know, my theory in my head, though, is that I actually did, and the people that took care of me are just too nice to tell me that I pooped my pants. But I guess I didn't, because there was no shit on my underwear in the wash, so I think it's fine.
I've really only blacked out and like a very few couple times
Oh, dude,
from
I'm
alcohol.
jealous.
There's definitely been more times with Xanax. One of the times mom found me though.
Ah, that's tough.
Yeah, I was just drinking downstairs. Like,
Alone?
by myself, yeah.
Dog, you're retarded. What the fuck is that?
Just drinking downstairs?
Yeah, why would you drink alone? The only time I'm drinking alone, I also blacked out and I woke up in a pile of my own vomit.
I used to drink alone every once in a while. I never saw it as that depressing of a thing.
Oh, that's good. I look at it as a pretty downer thing to
I
do.
mean, I know it is, like, it inherently is, but I at that age, I was just, like, in fucking high school. I was just like, "Oh, I wanna
Oh,
drink."
if you're in high school, I think that's fine. Never mind. I
Yeah.
take it back.
No, the one time I was just drinking downstairs, out of the liquor cabinet, in the Pulte homes. It was right above the fridge, and yeah, it was the night
I
before
remember.
Thanksgiving, and yeah, mom came down, and I was just acting a fool downstairs by myself.
Did you
I'm
try and lie? Like, what's up, mom?
I'm sure she could tell you the story. No, so I do remember, it was one of those blackouts where you have vague flashes of.
Yeah.
I walked her over to the refrigerator and pulled out the gallon of milk and tried to tell her that I drank too much milk and I'm sick.
Your lies are fucking ridiculous.
I'm not always good at it. Sometimes shit
I drank
happens.
too much milk.
But yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
yeah, see, Dixon Cider appreciates drinking alone.
Hey,
Sometimes,
to each their own. I can't do it.
sometimes it's necessary. Nowadays, not too often at all. The last time I threw up from drinking really was just
Vegas, no?
no, there was one time after that we went out in Sacramento and my buddy was giving me a ride home and I was prepared to throw up in the back of his car into my bag, which would have sucked because I had all my stuff in my bag at the time. I just wasn't going to throw up in his car.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, hey, I might throw up back here, but I got my bag. All my friends nowadays, especially, always tell me how surprised they are when I tell them how drunk I actually got. Cause I'm really good at pulling it together when I need to.
Yeah.
Back when we were in high school, when we were drinking in that kid Zach's garage, Laban's mom used to come pick us up in her fucking minivan.
Yeah.
And we were like pissed drunk. So we my whole life I've been having to like pull it together, when like adults
Yeah.
come around or when the cops show up, like I can pull it together pretty quick.
Mm.
But I'm always honest about how drunk I am. So my friends are always like, oh, I would have never guessed you were about to throw up because you were like holding it together just fine.
Damn.
I was like, yeah, obviously once you're
It's a
blacked
skill.
out, it's different. But up until like my blackout point, I can pull it together pretty well if I need to. But
That's a skill, bro. I definitely cannot.
yeah. Yeah, no, I've just always been able, or for the most part, I've always been able to. Like I said, unless you're like at a blackout point, then of course you're blacked out. You can't really do shit. But for the most part, up until blackout, if anything ever happens, unless it's Laban gargling on his own vomit and I need to save his life,
Gotta
that's
save
another
his life.
example. But generally, I can always pull it together and like, for the most part, I'm sure anybody that knows me would be able to know like there's a couple signs that I can see is fucked up or whatever. But that was the last time I got home and I threw up into my trash can.
That's good. It's definitely not a highlight. Yeah. Do you think it's because My bad, my mic just swung. Do you think it's because you started drinking so early? I think that's why I like when I first started drinking, I literally would black out like almost every time I drink because I drink so much. But I think it's because I started drinking so late. I didn't start drinking until I was like 18.
I always joke that it's just like in my blood, just because there's so many alcoholics in the family.
I guess the gene skipped me.
But
I'm weak as hell.
I refer to blacking out as time traveling. It is kind of like time traveling.
Yeah, me and my friends always talk about that. Like when you black out, dude, who's fucking driving the ship? It's a scary thought.
Yeah, it's kind of just like on autopilot, except the autopilot doesn't work very well.
Yeah, your autopilot's fucking retarded.
All right, we got to do these really quick.
Hey, wait, these episodes fucked.
Yeah, things got real serious real quick. Dixon Cider, keep talking about whatever you want in the chat, although while we do these 2 episodes if you want. Dragon Ball GT episode 28. Goku, Trunks, and Pan are almost back on Earth, and they decide they're going to swing by Kami's lookout on the way back home.
Because they got to return the Black Star Dragon Balls to the lookout.
Yeah, so I wrote that Pan tries to tell Dende that she did all the work on the trip, but everyone knows she's retarded. Dende, says leave the Dragon Balls here just in case some other shit happens. And at first I started thinking, how do Dende and Popo not realize that some shit's going down on Earth?
Yeah.
But then after Goku, Trunks, and Pan leave, we see that Dende's been possessed by Baby, so I assume Mr. Popo is as well. To me, that seems weird. I would think Dende and Popo would be like off limits to that shit for some reason. It just
Yeah, I almost thought because they're not they're not like a more human type species, but no, I guess it even applies to them.
like we're gonna learn soon that Majin Buu is impervious to it. He doesn't get possessed, so I
But
would just think
That's because Majin Buu has that weird shit going on inside him where, like in the Super Buu fights where he can fight inside of him.
yeah.
You know how he has like, because you'll see when he hides Hercule and Pan, he has control over the inside of his body. So I think it
Yeah.
shows in a later episode, but anytime an egg tries to hatch, he just kills the inside of him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I also thought, how would Baby even be aware of Kami's lookout just in general, or?
Yeah, because he got into Gohan and Goten, who both know of its existence, so therefore he knows about it.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of thought Dende and Popo would have some kind of otherworldly thing where they're just kind of off limits. So what I thought when Goku and Trunks and them showed up, that Dende would say, "Hey, some shit's going down on Earth. You guys got to go check this out." And then
Yeah, no, Dende's technically God too, so it's crazy. Even God is not in Dragon Ball God, of course. It is not
Yeah.
immune from the baby eggs.
So speaking of Popo, I learned recently that one of the streaming services crops out Mr. Popo on screen. I forget what streaming service it is. I have to find it again.
Dude, when they aired Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nicktoons, they turned fucking Popo blue. I don't know if you've seen those clips.
Yeah, I remember those.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, there's a streaming service right now. I can't remember which one that's showing Dragon Ball Super. It's either Super. I don't remember which one. It might be Super, but they're cropping out Mr. Popo whenever he shows up.
That's fucking wild, dude. He's clearly not human. I don't know why people are so sensitive towards that thing.
So, yeah, down on Earth, we see that Majin Buu has not been possessed, and he's also hiding Hercule inside
goated.
of him.
Their friendship is goated in GT, and it will continue to be.
Yeah, Majin Buu is awesome after the Buu saga in Z, basically.
Yeah.
Buu spits out Hercule to let him fight this angry mob of people that we can see have also been possessed by Baby, but Hercule obviously doesn't know this, so he ends up running away once he finds out that he can't beat these people up. Goku and Pan make it back to Goku's house where they find Chi-Chi and Videl, but they don't know they're possessed, so they're just kind of being weird. Trunks gets home at Capsule Corp, and Giru senses danger. Trunks runs into Vegeta right away, and then goes inside to meet Bulma. Obviously, they're acting weird. And then finally, Baby reveals himself to Trunks, and then Trunks gets caught up in the shit again.
Yeah, dude, that scene was like you mentioned last episode. That shit is very horror movie like when Vegeta turns into like it's clearly baby Vegeta now. I was like, oh shit, it's kind of creepy, bro.
Yeah. To me, the creepiest part is when Goku's sons both walk in the room and Goku's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they're being all fucking weird about shit.
No facts.
So, Trunks finally realizes it's Baby right before he's possessed too. Back at Goku's, Chi-Chi and Videl are still not talking until Chi-Chi starts talking shit about Sans to Goku.
Yeah.
But then Goten and Gohan show up, and Goku and Pan think it's, their son and their dad, and they finally realize something's going on.
Yeah.
Gohan and Goten turn Super Saiyan. They start attacking Goku and Pan. Once Pan gets KO'd, Goku starts to get serious, and then Hercule shows up and tells Goku what's going on. So Goku sends Pan away with Majin Buu and Hercule, and baby Vegeta finally shows up, and then the episode ends.
Chup.
Episode 29, Hercule talks mad shit to baby Vegeta, and then Majin Buu just has to rescue him and take him away. I guess I know in the last thing I mentioned that they'd gone away yet, but they haven't just yet. Finally, now we get Goku versus baby Vegeta. Right before Trunks and Bola show up, baby Vegeta says he'd rather just kill Goku. I think the rest of them, I don't remember. I don't think the rest of them tell him to possess him or not, but baby Vegeta mentions that he'd rather just kill Goku instead of possessing him too.
Yeah.
Goku turns Super Saiyan 3, but he can't maintain it for that long. He literally gets like a few seconds out of it, it seems like. Baby Vegeta whoops on Goku for a bit, and then Trunks, Bola, Gohan, and Goten help baby Vegeta power up by giving their energy to him. Baby whoops on Goku for a little bit longer, and then powers up again with the rest of the Tuffle's energy on Earth. Baby launches a revenge death ball, and it seemingly hits Goku. And Majin Buu, far away now, tells Hercule and Pan that Goku's gone. So, like, in the span of one episode, Goku dies. We know he doesn't, or kind of does, but doesn't. But basically, Goku dies, like, just immediately after coming back to Earth.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. My only gripe with this episode is that they make Baby's first transformation last for like what 2 minutes, and then he transforms again and hits him with the revenge death ball.
There was no point in that first transformation.
I was like, bro, why not just go the second one first? It sucks because both of them look really cool. So I wish we got more screen time of the first one.
Yeah.
But no, these episodes are tight. It's cool to see a Dragon Ball villain win. And dude, I thought it was interesting that I don't know if you noticed this as well. After Baby wins, the sky clears and it's all fucking shiny blue and shit, and he looks hella triumphant. I was like, oh, it's weird to see like a villain victory shot like that in Dragon Ball.
I know we're gonna come up on that weird episode where Goku has to play that fucking game.
The next episode, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it? The Kai's grabbed him at the last minute, right?
Yeah, Kibito Kai grabs him, teleports him, but then you'll see in the next episode, yeah, he grabs him at the last second.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how serious shit got real quick. Like in the span of 5 episodes, we went from like traveling around the universe to the Earth being taken over by this guy.
Yeah, dude, Baby Vegeta is the best villain in Dragon Ball, man. Fucking hella sick. And Revenge Death Ball is a sick ass move.
Revenge Death Ball is cool, and I also forgot how cool Super Saiyan 4 Kamehameha is when
the red one
is red.
Yeah, 10 times. Yeah,
Couldn't fix those.
We're like right there. We're right on the brink of Super Saiyan 4. It's gonna be sick.
Mr. Popo's awesome. Steven and I used to always assign Dragon Ball characters to the band, and we always said that Carlos was Mr. Popo. Because Carlos was just really short.
That's funny. Dixon Sider, you're correct. It's essentially Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3, but with like Baby's weird parasite form also adding on to it.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's crazy how short Kid Goku Super Saiyan 3 is.
Yeah, because his body can't maintain that shit. He doesn't have the stamina that he does as an adult, which is funny because it's officially stated that his power is the same, but his stamina is hella weak. That's why he can't win these fights.
Yeah.
What did you think of the episodes, though?
I thought they were both good. I was down with both of them.
Hell yeah.
It still seems like we haven't gotten a serious enough fight. Like I'm imagining once Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes in and we get like full like episodes that are just full fights, like I'm gonna have trouble writing notes because it's just gonna be like Goku and Super Baby fought for the whole episode, and then that's gonna be like the main part. Like if we were doing the Frieza saga right now,
that's because the pacing of the Frieza saga is crazy though. The fight is like fucking 20 episodes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I know we'll get to some serious fights once Super Saiyan 4 Goku shows up.
Yeah, I think I don't think we'll have that long of the fights though, because when you think about it, the show is pretty short. It's only 64 episodes. The pacing is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't think the fights are going to be overly long. Also, the Baby versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely the best in the show, in my opinion.
All right, we got 10 minutes to kill. Dixon Sider, you got to think of something for 10 minutes.
Did Dixon Sider DM you the name of the chick that shit her pants?
No, he'll probably send it to me after.
Shout.
Actually, I don't know. My phone is on Do Not Disturb.
I was about to say,
I wouldn't say it on stream. I'm sure I do know her. Oh, yeah, he did. Why do I not remember that fucking name?
Oh,
Actually?
okay. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know if you knew her or not.
I mean, obviously I do. I recognize the last name. I just found her Instagram. Yeah,
You
who
should,
the
you,
fuck
you
is
should
this?
hit her up and be like, I heard you shit your pants.
Is she, I don't want to get into too much, but her profile picture is really funny. Dix Insider would know why I think it's funny. Why do I not fucking remember this girl? Man, seeing a girl shit her pants has to be like the worst thing ever.
Oh, that's sad. Dude, I think that's probably the low light of any woman's life. Any woman that shit their pants is crazy.
Well, you know they just go their whole life denying it.
Oh yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, you know any girl that shits their pants is just gonna spend the rest of their life acting like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you'll never convince anyone that they did because everyone will just believe all women or something.
Believe all women. She didn't shit her pants. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I also couldn't imagine like shitting your pants drunk in front of a girl though.
Yeah, I think that's equally as bad. Especially a chick you like and you fucking poop your pants in front of her. I remember you and Trey had that one episode where you guys talked about shitting your pants.
Oh yeah, I
That was-
forget
that
which
was a good
story I told.
You were talking about the one you were driving back home from Vacaville to Woodland, and you.
Oh yeah, from my girlfriend's house
You,
at the time.
yeah,
of
you were
course.
wearing the Dickie shorts, and you fucking pulled over at the gas station or some shit.
Worst part is her dad had to come pick her up. Oh, that's awesome. That's funny because that was Dirty White Boy's story. Was he had his dad come pick him up too?
Yeah, from the Pulte Park.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I straight up left her house. It was one of those like, I gotta go. She's like, why? And I'm like, I just do. I just have to go. Come see me later. And then I had to. But I drove all the way from Vacaville to Woodland. And he's
Dude.
like, bro, why didn't you just stop in a bathroom?
I was gonna say, why would you not just stop halfway?
Because I was just trying not to have to use a bathroom anywhere. I don't like using public bathrooms.
I don't either, but would you rather shit your pants?
I thought I was gonna make it.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't think you're not gonna make it.
We had no idea how she got so much drunker than everyone else. Some girls are just like that. Some girls just take one drink and it's just over.
It's facts, yeah. Their bodies aren't built to process alcohol.
But that's the thing when you meet girls that do drink a shit ton, it's like usually bad news.
Oh, women that drink a lot actually scare me. I won't lie.
Yeah, that Chantel girl that I had a very short-lived thing with, she was definitely like a full-blown alcoholic, and she's fucking borderline retarded.
Yeah, no, I don't mess with women that like drink hella or even I don't even like girls that smoke cigarettes, honestly. That shit is unattractive to me.
Girls that if a girl smokes cigarettes, that's straight up like an extra point in my book.
That's crazy.
I'm down with girls that smoke cigarettes. I'm not down with girls that drink a lot, and I'm not down with girls that smoke weed.
Oh no, stoner women are the worst women of all time. I would never
Yeah.
date a chick that's a stoner. Hell no.
I've definitely dated my fair share of girls that smoke weed, but nowadays, no way. But if a girl smokes cigarettes, I'm super down. I've honestly been like a bad influence on. Like when I met Calamity Jane, she like had stopped smoking cigarettes, and then she met me. I remember when I met her mom. It was like the second time we hung out. I pulled up in my truck, and her mom was outside, and she came up to the passenger side to meet me, and my cigarettes were on the seat. She was like, "I hope these aren't yours," not to me, but to Calamity Jane. She was like, no, they're not mine." And I was like, "Why does it matter?" She's like, "Well, she's just quit smoking cigarettes." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna get your daughter to smoke cigarettes again, just so you know."
That's wild. Didn't you mention that you've never met any of your girlfriend's dads? Because they
Pretty
never had
much.
one or some shit?
My second girlfriend had a dad, but he didn't really give a fuck. We walked right past him. And then there was a girl that I had, we were friends, but we never really dated. She had a dad. But yeah, no, I've really never had to meet a dad. I've never had to like shake a dad's hand. I have, but coincidentally it wasn't my girlfriend.
Oh.
It was just some girl that I was actually just friends with. But
How do we
What
feel
girls
about
who's
girls
in?
who's in? I've never met a girl that does ins.
I don't even believe there's a girl who's in. So let's be
That's
honest.
crazy to me.
I would probably put her in the same rank as girls who chew, which I would say no.
Ugh, no, that's nasty. Yeah, I wouldn't be down with that. I've never met a chick that does ins, but I'm not down with that.
Yeah, shit. I've dated a lot of girls that smoke cigarettes. Now that I think about it, I think when I met there was a girl named Camille that I had a thing with, like, in high school, and she was smoking when I got with her, and I wasn't even smoking at the time yet. I probably started smoking around that time,
Yeah.
like, damn near because of her. But, you dated a girl that Zins, dude, what is
That's
that like?
crazy.
Does she also stand up when she shits or something? I just imagine
She
a girl
pisses standing up.
Yeah, no, dude, I imagine a girl that Zins somehow shits standing up or something.
Yeah, was she in the union too?
Was she a trucker? Did she abuse you physically?
Holy shit. Dude, you know she's probably fucking like importing fucking strawberry cheesecake zins from Nevada or some shit too.
She brings them in her long haul. She drives them through the state line herself. Oh, that's awesome. She liked
Brother,
Jesus Christ.
I was not, of all things I was expecting it was not.
We're like
that.
asking if she's a truck driver, and you bring up Jesus, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think girls that are into that are weird. Like you should. Be
I
the one-
agree.
you should be the one to get your girl into that. I'm just gonna say, like, if that's how it's gonna be,
If that's how it's gonna be.
if that's how it's gonna be, it should be your idea. If it's her idea, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would feel weird if a girl asked me to like if it was her idea initially. I think I would be like, that's weird.
Well, I remember there was a girl, Dixon Cider. There was a girl that we went to high school with. Her initials were MK. And there was a rumor about her that because she was a Christian, she wouldn't let her boyfriend have sex with her, but she would do it that way, considering that like a loophole around the Christianity. I'm
Like
wondering-
it's not premarital sex because it's
Yeah. I'm wondering if you'll know that one from the context clues that I gave you.
That's crazy.
But I remember that rumor that, yeah, she would let her boyfriend do her that way because it was a way to not lose. She considered herself a virgin. She was a full-blown virgin.
That's
Fuck.
fucking heinous. That's crazy.
I also remember a story of, I can't remember which girl this was, but there was a girl, she might not have even been in our grade, but there was some story that came out where her boyfriend and her went to do it, and she got nervous, and she told him never mind. But what she did was she bent her leg so that her, like basically behind her knee, and she let her boyfriend do her like behind the knee.
That's horrible, dude. I hope that's not true.
You'll have to DM me. Let me DM you right now while we're still on. We got like 2 minutes before I'm gonna go. So
Fucking leg drop type shit. That's terrible.
this is not the leg drop girl I'm sending you. This is the anal virgin girl. Tell me if you remember this story, Dixon Cider. No, I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong. There it is. That's the proper name. And like I said, it was just a rumor. Okay, it could have been totally wrong, but it was just like a rumor that I heard that was her deal. Yeah, fucking high school. A lot of good stories about girls in high school. What are we supposed to talk about tomorrow? I have a couple things.
Oh wait,
Sure.
is Annie gonna be on?
Yeah, she already posted about it, so I'm assuming she'll be on.
Good. She needs to stay. She needs to stay consistent.
Damn it, I was gonna pull up. I saved this tweet from Lil Tay. She posted this long monologue on Twitter about how
Ow.
hard it is to be an OnlyFans girl.
That sounds ridiculous, but pull it up tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'll pull it up tomorrow. Dixon Cider, you gotta hurry up and respond to this. I'm literally okay. Yeah, he just saw it.
Does he know her?
I'm just waiting. Well, I know he knows her. I'm just waiting to see
Ah.
if he's ever heard the story about her claiming she's a virgin doing it that
I'm
way.
hoping he has extra lore to add on. That would be best case.
He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I did it. That was me. I was the boyfriend." Hold on, he saw. He's gonna be saying something. There's probably a delay in the chat or something.
Nah, facts. I'm sure he already typed that shit in.
Yeah, I can't remember when I heard that story or where I heard it from. One of those random stories. MK was hot. I hope that's true.
I hope that's true.
Yeah, she was kind of hot. I remember there was a rumor about me when I was dating. I dated a girl from Vacaville. It was my senior year. And because she was from Vacaville, she used to pick me up from school because she had a car at the time. And she was a scene girl and she was really hot and she had like lip piercings and shit. And she used to intentionally pick me up at a certain spot in school because that's where like Katie Jacobs and Courtney Briggs and Ashley Santa Cruz would all park by. So she picked me up in front of the popular girls at my school to show them that I have a hot girlfriend from out of town. And I remember one time I went to ceramics class and Susanna Diaz was like, dude, I heard your girlfriend's pregnant. And I was like, whoa, what? And then pretty soon everyone in ceramics was like, yeah, dude, we've all been hearing that your girlfriend from Vacaville is pregnant. And I was like, oh, this is a high school rumor about me. This is pretty cool.
That's a fucking crazy ass rumor, though, of all things to go with. She's pregnant.
Yeah, everyone
That's
somehow
funny.
heard that I got my girlfriend from a high school in Vacaville pregnant. And I was like, no, that's not true. But if you guys keep telling people that, I'm fine with it. Just make sure you let them know that I beat the shit out of her so she miscarried or something. Yeah, no, I can't
That's
remember.
fucking horrible, dude.
I can't remember who I heard that MK story from. I just heard it somewhere. So for all you know, it wasn't true. You never know.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get off though?
Yeah, let's hop off.
All right, Dixon Cider. You've
Dixon
been,
Cider and Triple E, thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, Triple E. If you're still in the background, thanks for hanging out too.
Oh yeah.
Dixon Cider, like I said, we'll be talking throughout the week still. But yeah, we will be on Friday. Tomorrow it's me, Johnny, and Annie, and then Protomax will be
I think
back.
I should be able to watch on Wednesdays and Fridays now. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
whichever ones are fine. And if you can't, whatever, it's no big deal.
Oh yeah, I hope to be in chat.
Right on. I'm gonna blow out the eardrums. I'll hit the outro.
Peace out, foos.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.
Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk. Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then